a no go to the.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Dublin for the Badminton Premier League Finals night. We've just kicked things off. We'll be your host for this evening. I'm Brian Henderson, and this is Daniel McGee. So we will be going to the courts live to see our players walk out here on our interactive service that we have. So here, as you can see, we've got the Ailesbury Falcons are already out, and then the Mount Pleasant Mavericks are just walking on court as we speak. So you've just joined us in time for the beginning of the action. So we have a stacked lineup. Daniel is a Pembroke Panthers player. Sadly didn't make it to the final, Daniel, but you've played against both these teams. How did you get on, and how do you see this one playing out then?
As defending champions, I can only say that for a very short time because it's going to be Ailesbury or Mount Pleasant crowned champions at the end of tonight. But two fantastic teams. Both teams have a good mix of some young players, some older players. You've got some real good stalwarts at the badminton there. You've got O'Marin, Fowler, Mulder, Ita and Pat, two brilliant players back in the day. Then you've got on the other side, you've got the Gannons, who've been the Ailesbury team for a long time, and Dave's leading them as manager and has done a fantastic job. They won so many events this year in the men's and the women's league, so it's a real 50-50 match on paper. Last time it was 5-4, and I do believe that someone you know very well was in that last game, so you're going to have to remain neutral tonight as a commentator.
I will do my utmost to remain neutral. Should go to that third match, but hopefully it does. We all want to see a good spectacle, and this is definitely going to be a tight match overall. As I say, it was 5-4 during the regular season's play, but I believe the actual lineups had a little bit of a different, like some players were missing and that sort of thing, so that's not to say that's how it's going to go tonight. But I think either way we're in for a good one.
Yeah, in the pre-match interview, so Omar had definitely mentioned that Orla Flynn, who's away representing Ireland in the under-19 national team, that's a big loss for them.
Yep.
However, they do have the reigning national champion Kate Frost, who can easily step in there. Normally they might hold back Kate for doubles in the mix, but this will be a huge difference now having Kate out there. It can only really go one way unless Bethany has a really good match. And she can do that. We've seen her up at the Ulster Open this year. She had a fantastic match against Rachel Woods, and she really challenged her. And she can, on her best day, trouble Kate, but Kate would definitely be favourite here.
I would say definitely. However, one of the things I love about the BPL is that this unique scoring system allows for a lot more upsets. So the faster games up to 11 means that the better player doesn't always necessarily win, and the longer, up to 21, the longer sets, generally, even if the underdog gets off to a fast start, generally the better player will have time to come back and regroup, and generally will come out on top. Whereas in this scoring system, because it's only up to 11, if you're 4 or 5 points down, it can be very difficult to come back. So one of the things I like about this setup, also having previously played, never being known for my stamina in matches, definitely more of a blitz strategy. So I would obviously favour this type of play. That I like it, that it really is anyone's game. You get a quick lead, you get a quick setup, and then if you do that the second one, 2 sets up, then it's all to play for.
Absolutely, it creates so much more pressure points. You think you can be in the lead 10-8, looking like you're comfortably about to go in the game. Suddenly they use a power play. It's match point all. And you really got to then fight for that last point, so it creates so much pressure. It's really interesting to see players when they use these power plays, as they can change matches, and we've seen that throughout the season. A number of matches have been looking one way, and then suddenly power play used and it all changes.
Yeah, so in case anyone listening is not familiar with the setup, the power play is, you'll see these on court. They have 2 little red shuttles, and basically you can use one of those. You can only use one per game. So if you use a power play, you can only use it on your own serve, and if you win that point, you can get 2 points. So if you used it on 2 and you won the point, then you get the 4. So a lot of players are using that when they get, especially to 8s and 9s, to give them that game point, and they can. And tactically, we've seen that used to sometimes to steal a game that really they probably shouldn't have won.
Absolutely, and we have to say what a great job that the BPL team have done again. A full crowd here tonight for the matches. Nice little warm up there at the start where we've seen the Celtic Challenge kids putting on a little exhibition. Turkish Airlines again sponsoring, and I believe that there's 2 flights for anywhere in the world up for grabs. I've got my tickets.
Indeed,
You got yours?
I got my tickets as well.
Absolutely.
So, there you go. If anyone in the building up for getting entering that raffle, it's not too late.
Quite a heavy Ailesbury following here tonight.
It seems to be.
Such a clap there.
Sure. So I think while this one's going to start off, we're going to switch over to our Court 2 coverage. So we will see you over there. Yes, 50-50.
Absolutely.
Right. So again, starting off this rally, Bethany to serve. And we'll have to guess with that one. That one's out. Perhaps a little bit of adrenaline running. You know, the crowd's in this. The crowd's been cheering. They've been looking forward to this for all week now. So a little bit of Beth going off the adrenaline thus far. 2-0 up.
Yeah, Kate is one of those players that sometimes can ease her way into the game, but I'm quite confident that once the game goes on, the momentum may change towards Kate, but you can see a little bit of pressure there, missed time to smash, and it's a string break straight away. So Bethany settled in very well.
Definitely, yes. Again, as we were talking about the scoring system in this, already 3-love up. Now that's not to say that that's going the set is over. However, that 3-love lead was more of an advantage when it's only up to 11, whereas up to 21, it's not that big of a deal. And looks like it was overruling. Bethany thought it was out, but we have in-play line judges this evening for the finals night, so they will be making the line calls there. Beth not really agreeing with that one at first. So as you see, back to 3-all. That 3-love lead disappeared very quickly. That was a very quick rush of adrenaline. Now it seems to be wearing off. As you say, Kate settling in. Seems to be settling in a little better now.
That's a couple of lifts we've seen out the back from Bethany. Maybe the initial nerves that Kate experienced, Bethany's now starting to experience.
Yes.
Again, with the crowd in Whitehall Road, it can be a lot quicker, and the speed of the play really increases. Once you've got those people in the hall, it's warm. It creates that fast control that they have to do when they lift off the net, when they use their punch clears.
Yeah.
Mostly then you would like to think that an experienced player like Kate start to hit down, start to take the net.
Yep.
Try and avoid giving away these cheap points by lifting out or clearing out, and then ease yourself into the game as you find your length.
Yeah, because even in the faster hall, then if you're hitting smashes and slices, they're going to go through the air a little bit quicker. So those will have a little bit more penetration, a little more venom on your attacking shots. So I think in a hall like that, like if it's playing tonight, being the aggressor, being the person who's hitting down first, dictating points, gives that bit more advantage. So here Kate is creeping into a small lead, up to 7.
Yeah, you can see now the use of the low serve, and Kate will be a very good attacking player. Bethany is more of a running type player. She'll run down shots. She mightn't have as many weapons as what Kate has, but she keeps the shuttle in play well. She makes her opponents work very hard. However, when Kate's on form and she's making these shots, she's extremely difficult to play against.
So at the moment, maybe not seeing that play from Kate. Again, maybe just first match out to warm hall, getting used to the hall, jitters. A little bit of jitters there. Almost serving it on to the next court.
Yeah.
But as they say, it's only 2 points in it. It's still anyone's game, and we still have both players have their power plays that could come in. Oh, that was got out of jail free card played there.
I think this is the most mistakes that we've seen from Kate in an early match, but maybe again it'll change around now once the girls get this first game over. Never easy to be the first game out.
First one out. Maybe a bit of a misjudgment there by Kate.
I think it's fantastic when you have the line judges involved, because it just makes it so much easier for the players.
Takes a lot of pressure off them.
Absolutely. Because in the best will in the world, when it's 9-all and it's in the last game, it's not easy.
A little thinner sometimes.
It's a nice way of putting it, Brian.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to be. You got to try to be nice. Give a few generous line calls early just to show there's no hard feelings.
We have to say that so far it's been the unforced errors that's been scoring the points. We haven't seen too many outright winners, so let's see if the girls can get into a rhythm. This is a really interesting part of the game. Power play 9-8. Let's see what happens here. This can really change the match. Beth could just win this point and then use her own power play. That would be interesting. Oh, here we go, Brian.
There we go. I think if I was Beth, I would definitely would be using her power play.
Here we go. This is a potential power play off a power play.
Indeed. I will call your power play and read you another power play. So I think...
I'd just like to say that I predicted that before it happened there. There is no delay in the stream. I did predict this.
Yes. It's a very...
This is safe.
Corner serve.
Oh!
Unfortunate. I think it was both ladies making really uncharacteristic errors on their power play, but as said in previous commentaries, that little red shuttle, it does things to people. You know,
absolutely.
It really it messes with people. Some people, they see that little red shuttle, they think, well, this is worth 2. They put extra pressure on themselves, maybe when they don't need to. Oh, it's a great cross-court shot.
Now we're starting to open up here.
Definitely.
Oh, there we go.
That's the first set. That was 11-9. That was a tight first set.
I think we really would have needed to see Beth take that game to apply a bit of pressure on the Kate. I think now if Kate starts to settle in,
starts to hit her stride.
Yeah, it's gonna be more difficult. But fair play to Bethany there. She really took it to Kate, got herself in a position to win the set, and then everything can change.
With that power play, technically had a set point in that first set, so that going up against Kate was a big ask for. To get that close in the first set was very well played, especially getting off to the start that she did. But I think I agree with you. I think that Beth probably needed to get off to the earlier start if she wanted a chance to really win this.
Yeah.
Just considering how good a player Kate really is.
Absolutely.
Especially once she finds her groove.
Kate travelling next week to China for the Suderman Cup. She'll be part of the Irish team there. So she's been preparing really hard, doing a lot of work in the National Centre, preparing for this upcoming tournament. So her conditioning is really good, and she will absolutely up the speed now. And it'll be interesting to see, will Beth be able to match that?
Yeah, I think Beth's going to have to keep attacking Kate if she wants to stay in this one. Still persisting with the high serve. It's an interesting one. Oh, Beth's cross-court attacks are actually quite good. You see this when she, a lot of times she plays doubles, she really does well. When she gets something in our forehand that in that hitting zone is really able to do some damage. Unfortunately, we just haven't seen her do that enough in the singles. I think Kate keeping her off balance a little bit. She's playing, Kate's noticing and starting to increase the pace slowly. There we go, but
still not finding her length. Again, it's just these unforced errors that is winning and losing the match, so to speak.
At the moment, yeah, seems to be that way.
Again, and is that out again?
Yep, seems to be. Still, I think seems that neither of these leaders has quite. Don't know if they've quite recognized that, or maybe they have a game plan going into this and they're trying to stick to it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, out again.
Just out. Be interested to know if we had the stats of how many points were won by shuttles being hit out the back specifically.
Lift out and clear out. What we would like to see is we would like to see one of the girls now trying to take the initiative, make the attack, hit down, take the net early, control the rallies. That's going to make the difference here. If we continue like with the 50-50 lifts and the 50-50 clears, it's just going to go point about each time and nobody will really get a rhythm. This is more of a rally here where we would have expected where Kate moves the shuttle around, changes the pace, comes in and wins the rally. That's what we'd be more expecting in this match, but so far the girls are just struggling a little bit just to control.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say Kate had a nice shot up Beth's backhand. Noticed that Beth had moved around to take it on her backhand as opposed to an overhead, and once she's seen that, moved into the net, and then that anticipation earned her the easy kill. The easy point. So I think yes, Kate's starting to hit her stride, starting her shot. She's starting to find her range. Still not on the back line, but finding her range in other parts of the court, and then she's able to now use that to kind of put the squeeze on Beth a little bit. Asking a question of Beth, can she come up with anything to trouble Kate?
Oh,
nice shot. Nice shot.
there
by
we
Kate
go.
right there.
That's the one we were looking for.
Yeah.
The angled hit down, and that's going to be one that will definitely make the difference here tonight, because you're forcing your opponent to control the shuttle below level net, and with so many lifts going out the back, that's the one that will really cause damage. Again, you see now Kate starting to use that angle, and again, straight away, you've seen Beth tries to lift, can't control it.
Yeah. So you see, you're starting to see like Kate is starting to string and chain attacking shots together,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just putting Beth under a little bit more pressure, getting the unforced error like as such now. Then Beth feeling like she has to come up with something special. When maybe in the first set, Beth was actually attacking a little bit more or happy to rally, but Beth is not getting the free points off Kate the way that she was in the first.
Yeah.
So she's going to have to change something up here if we're going to see her take a set or two off Kate or turn this around.
Yeah, it's looking one-way traffic at the minute here. Good fight from Beth in the first, and now Kate's starting to dominate, starting to control the shuttle, not make so many unforced errors, starting to create a bit of angle from the back of the court, and then you can see that's forcing Beth to make the mistakes. Up next, in court beside it, there's a really interesting men's doubles just about to start. We've got Eddie Cousins and Joe Ledwidge up against Niall Tierney and Mark Cobb. That certainly will be an interesting match, Brian.
Definitely, I'm looking forward. Obviously, the men's doubles being my personal favorite discipline, and I always appreciate a good men's doubles, and I'm definitely looking forward to these men's tonight. I think it'll be a spectacle worth seeing, and it's going to be difficult to call that one as well.
You can see there Niall Tierney testing the shuttles. They're obviously maybe putting a small tip on them to slow them down. The girls have not changed the shuttles. They haven't slowed them down. And again, we've seen a number of shuttles going out, but Kate's starting to get control. The men aren't taking that risk. They're going to slow the shuttle down, and they're testing them, making sure that they get the right speed there before they start.
Yes, just making sure that they're happy with, and they're all four men on court are happy with the speed of the shuttles that they're currently playing with. But also testing them just gives you that little bit extra hit during the warm up to see how the actual match shuttles you'll be playing with are flying. So this is, I think Beth still has one power play. So I think literally the next time she gets a serve, she should be using it just to try to get a little bit of headway in this next set.
Yeah,
potentially
absolutely.
her last set.
In 11 points, momentum is so crucial, and you can see there once Kate got settled, she flew through that second game, and she's got huge momentum on her back at the minute. And I would agree completely with you. Now it's 2-3. Get the power play, use it. Potentially, you want to get that power play used before you get into big trouble. You get 6-3, 7-3 down.
Yeah.
You may even miss the opportunity to use it. So it's really important that Beth now, for me, gets in there, gets that power play, puts a little bit of pressure back on Kate again. Because at the minute, Kate looks really settled and in control.
Yeah, and I'm still noticing Beth persisting with the high serve. I think in a haul as fast as this, especially playing against someone like Kate, I think you gotta have that game knowledge and awareness to be able to know, to recognize, okay, this is the haul that you need to be hitting down, and you need to be getting your opponent to be hitting initiating the lift whenever possible, and then having that short serve to go to. I believe Kate has only flicked once or twice this hole, and maybe that's Kate's game week in, week out. You probably know more about that than I would, perhaps. So maybe this hall maybe just suits Kate's natural game better.
Yeah, she's one of those attacking players. She's got good weapons heading down the ways. You can see there, just a simple shot, slice, but it's quality. It's going down, it's creating angle, and she is one of those players that when she's confident, when she takes a lead, very hard to stop. She's got good range of
Really
attacking
good front
ability.
runner.
Absolutely. You see now she's starting to hold the shuttle from underneath the net. She's got that confidence, and it's going to be difficult now. Again, I would really love to see Beth use this power play.
Yeah, obviously we are not allowed to influence the players at all, but if I was the coach, I would definitely be trying to get some sort of message to Beth just to use the power play, because you don't want to be going down with
one power play still to use.
You don't want to be going down with bullets still in your chamber.
Oh dear.
There you go. Only that was an unforced error right there. Shuttle even looked to be going out. Sometimes maybe in this scenario you think don't take the risk, but if you gotta Ooh,
Out again.
just out, but I'm sad to say we haven't seen more aggressive
Oh,
shots like
is
that.
Kate using the power play? Here we
Yep.
go.
Trying to put this one to bed.
Yeah, I think at this point she knows that she probably will win this match, so she doesn't want to save it, and she doesn't need to save it, so she gets this one. It's game over, and it's 1-0 Mount P. There we go.
There we go. So again, tough met. Well done to Kate. Always going to be a tough ask from Beth there, but she did well, especially in the first set. She had set point with that power play, and that one. So with the conclusion of this, we're going to nip across to our men's doubles.
I know you're excited about this, Brian. First
Definitely.
men's doubles.
Of the night. So we're joining it at 6-4 to the Mavericks, but Falcons serving here.
I definitely feel that there is a couple of big players involved in this match. Niall Tierney, he's won Leinster Open 8-9 times. Eddie Cousins, he's a stalwart of the team, one of those players that you would rely on to put points on the board. I've played doubles with both these guys, two very different styles. Eddie, very aggressive, powerful, difficult to play, always on top of the shuttle, always forcing the play. Niall, very much a thinker, very tactical, very solid on defense, but this is set up to be a cracking match. Mark Cobb, one of the most powerful players on the court, and probably in the country, to be honest. When he hits the shuttle, you're chatting big power. And Joel Edwidge, with his height and reach, and the way he is aggressive alongside Eddie, it's set up to be a cracking match.
Yeah, it's a good combination. Eddie also one of my favorite players to watch. Definitely likes his flair. Not unaccustomed to hitting the odd hot dog here and there, even in big tournaments. It seems to be that the Falcons seem to just got up to a little bit of a slow start. Now, from what I've seen just in the couple of points that we were watching there, Mr. Cobb really cutting everything out of net. Anything that was the net, he was able to just, even off the serve, off a drive, he just was up the whole time. That's a good tip for those younger players. Always have your racket up. There's reasons we, as coaches, tell you to do this all the time. It makes such a difference.
Mark Cobb is one of those players. When he is on form, he is so quick at cutting out the shuttle at the front of the court, because most people think of Mark to think about the power that he has from the rear court, but his point blank range cutting out the shuttle, if he's on form, he is so dangerous.
Yep. We've seen that a couple of times in the first set, so it'll be interesting to see neither team using their power play in the first set. It'll be interesting to note. So all four power plays in play currently. So it'll be interesting to see what the Ailesbury's coach would have said to them.
Yeah, great to see Niall Gannon out there coaching. Niall is like one of the smartest players that you'll come across. He's doing a lot of coaching with the juveniles now, and he's a fantastic guy that Leinster have involved. He's very intelligent. Niall, he's won a number of national titles himself, so it's nice to see him out there guiding the players. They'll certainly need it after the start with 11-5 win for Mount P, but it can turn around very quick.
Oh, definitely. I'd like to see Eddie.
See here, Niall, again guiding Mark, telling him what to do. You can see his tactical side coming into play.
Oh, definitely. I'd like to see Eddie being a little bit more aggressive off his serve. So I notice when he's serving, he's almost serving and then almost like getting out of the way to let Joe take control then of the rally during the push, any push or drive that comes next. I'd maybe like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Although, to be honest, this is where Eddie and Joe, I think, shine. That kind of flat exchange. They tend to have a lot of they cover each other well. They've got a lot of options. Eddie likes when you hit hard at him because it gives him a lot of pace to work with. Like here, again, that was a good cutout interception by Mark, but Eddie was ready for the task.
Definitely think the best formation for Mount P will be getting Niall Tierney controlling the front of the court, setting it up, and Mark using his power at the back. Now, we've already seen a number of nice interceptions from Mark at the front, but definitely you can see when they put Niall on the back line, that's where they're scoring the points. Niall needs to get in and do what he's best, make those interceptions, take the pace out of the game, let Mark get up and use his power, because if they're in that formation, I feel they will be dangerous.
Another great shot there by Eddie. He seems to be perfectly happy standing back and letting players hit onto him, and then he can use that to redirect and control traffic from the back or mid-courts.
Joe serving really well there. He's using his height really to the advantage, getting that shuttle dipping down. And again, you see, just as you said, there's nothing soft there. Joe's on top of that shuttle, killing it, really looking to intercept the shuttle early. And when Joe gets that momentum going, you can see he steps up, he gets the shuttle, he serves really fast. If I was playing out there, and I would be trying to slow the play down, because if Joe gets into a rhythm, he can be one of those players that can be really dangerous.
Yeah, like every serve that he's hit thus far has been so tight to the net. There's very little that Mount P have been able to do with it. And also when Joe's serving, that seems to be their more favourite formation. Joe,
absolutely
rangy enough to cover a lot of real estate at the net, and Eddie is definitely more comfortable in the mid to backcourt. He doesn't seem to be as confident or as aggressive as Joe would be cutting things out of the net. So it'll just be interesting to see now that Eddie's serving how the dynamic changes.
What a turnaround. 10-2 now to Ailesbury, and no power plays used, interestingly, in the early match here. What are we going to see here? Are we going to see another change of pace? I don't think anyone's going to use their power play here, because for Mount Pleasant it would be dead, and for Ailesbury they can't. They're on 10.
They're on 10 anyway, yes. They're on the hill, as the Americans would say.
Oh.
Joe, normally, he's that's the thing, he's one of the first ones I've seen him miss, but I think it was an unforced error, however, I think he was still right to go for that shot. Oh, sounded like a little bit of a mishit from Joe, but hey, enough to get the job done. We've noticed, probably what I would take away from that game is that the Falcons look very comfortable when they're defending, but anytime that the Mavericks are having to play defense, they seem a little out of sorts. They seem like when they're attacking, it's they're doing very well. They're very dangerous players, especially pretty much. I think Mark's playing probably the better of the two. He seems to do anything coming onto his rack. It seems to be from an offensive point of view, seems to be doing something with finishing off the point. However, when they're having the Mavericks are having to pull back and play defense, it tends to only take Ailesbury 1 or 2 shots in order to break through. Again, I don't know, maybe that's just it's early in the stage with up to 11. You don't necessarily get a lot of time to build rhythm and settle into the match.
Yeah, it's certainly exciting now. 1 game all, with the 2 power plays still to play. This will be a really, really interesting match now. Again, I think if Eddie can get in here and dominate at the front of the court, let Joe cut out, move the shuttle around, he could be the dangerous one on the game. But that being said, it just depends on Mark Cobb there as well, because he's got that power, he's got those point blank range cutouts. I do agree with you. Defensively, Ailesbury are the team that look better at the minute, but as they get on the attack, Mount P are very dangerous.
Yeah, as you see right there, Mark just serves and then just cuts everything out of the net. Honestly, unforced error there. I must have missed that. But yeah, again, rack was up. He was hitting shots. And again, there you go. Anything sort of high at the net, Mark is just all over. Actually, it was interesting to notice that they actually chose to have Eddie serve first. I think I definitely would have. Based on that last set, Joe went on like a 6 or 7 point run with the serve.
Absolutely.
I don't know why any opportunity they should be getting Joe to serve.
I think the difference there is Joe really is a momentum player. So when momentum's going well, and he's serving, cutting out, yeah, he's scoring loads of points. Eddie's very taking his time, thinking, placing. So maybe, I don't know, in training, Eddie's the one that scores more points, but certainly in this game, it's been Joe that has been scoring it. You see there, Joe arguing he doesn't think he's hit the net, but
I think he's arguing that his knee hit the net.
Oh, wow.
Have not seen that one been called before, but hey, there you go. It's up the, got to go with the umpire's call. I think a little let out of jail free. There's a little bit of a get out of jail free card from the Mavericks, considering how that point was going, but they good sportsmanship there by the Mavericks, just handing it right back.
Yeah, I don't think that one. Don't think that one was intentional.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you got to take the credit whenever you can.
I see Eddie is he's got the compression socks this season. Eddie's never really wore those when he was competing growing up, or didn't wear them in the last number of seasons, but maybe that's a sign of age. He's now using these compression socks, and I know he did pick up a little injury at the Masters last weekend, and maybe why he isn't involved in 2 games, because for me he would be the pivotal player on that team.
Yeah, just wants to keep himself fresh so he can go all out on the doubles, and then allow someone else to come in then for the second mix.
Eddie, see there, he's changing the angle of what he's serving. such an intelligent player. Just always keeps his opponents thinking.
Yes, noticing that Mark was jumping and really doing a lot of damage from the front.
Look how aggressive that,
There
look,
we go.
making that move. Niall looking at Mark, Mark looking at Niall. Whose shot is this? Huh?
Yours, no, it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, just again, just don't look as comfortable on defense as the Falcons do.
Here we go. Eddie again taking his time. One of the common plays we can see here tonight, the guys are flicking Niall a lot and trying to counter. So they're using that one off the flick off Niall, counter, and then moving up the court.
Yeah, but again, we got one shot on the Ailesbury offense as well too.
Service over. 5-7.
And I believe we have one of the players in the booth with us here, so we'll be switching across quickly just to do a short interview with the Kate here. So we get some room here, Kate. So Dan, take it away.
Kate Frost, Mount Pleasant have the lead, and it was yourself who put the first game on the board. Brian and myself watched that match. We noticed quite a few unforced errors at the start. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It was just a bit of a nervy start. The hall's quite warm here, so the shuttles were flying out the back of the court way too easily. So just took some time. The first set was a bit nervy, so after the first set, it settled in and just took from there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that Brian and myself, we were guessing up here from the commentary booth that it was a fast, tall, shuttles were flying out, a few unforced errors, but then you seemed to get control, maybe change the round attack a little bit more. What do you think was your game plan and what made you win the match?
I just went out trying to rally first of all, but once the shuttles were flying out too fast, I just tried to take the pace off. But once she gave me a lift or a short clear, I just tried to clip it down with an attacking shot and then push forward on the net, and I got the rally over pretty quickly then. Yeah,
it looked like once you got that first game under the belt that you seemed to settle down. We've seen that nice attack and play. Beth, where do you think that it was a struggle for her today against you?
I think that the end of the rallies, like, I just kept the shot on the court more and she made more mistakes, but I put under more pressure by using my attack quickly in the rally, and then she just couldn't get it back.
Yeah, well done, and a 1-0 lead for Mount Pleasant.
That's
we looked at the predictions earlier with the team captains.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be a close one. It could easily come down to the last mix. Could be 5-4 either way, but I'm hoping Mount P can get the win before that. So. But the audience obviously want a good match, and they want it to go right down to the wire. So,
well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you back in action in the mixed doubles later on.
Thanks very much.
All right, thanks, Kate.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was Kate. So we will nip back to the doubles here. Back in action. So it's 9-all power play being used here by Ailesbury. Eddie to serve. Set point.
Wow.
There you go. There's that power you were talking about from Mark, getting the job done.
I would love to see a smash cam down there. I would love to see the speed being measured, because when Mark is hitting full out, he really does create a lot of power. And as Kate just mentioned to us, warm hall, shuttles travelling fast. Oh, great serve. What a great serve.
That was tight. Very good. That was, hey, when the pressure was on, pulled out a fantastic serve to hit that ace.
Mavericks 11-9. Mount Pleasant Mavericks lead by 2-1.
So here we go in the interval, 2-1. Tierney and Cobb. It's a game that's really hinging back and forth. There's no one really at the minute that you can say is the outright favourite here, because at one minute it looks like Joe and Eddie are settling in and getting a rhythm, then suddenly Mark and Niall spring together a number of points. So it's going to be one of those games that I feel is going to go all the way. Possibly we're going to have our first 5-setter of the night, and again, power plays are going to be crucial. One power play used each, one power play left each. Brian, what do you think? Who you calling?
I'm gonna go for the Falcons on this one. I think when they're playing well, they're a little bit more versatile in how they can win points. I feel with Mount Pleasant, they have to be on the attack in order to win points. Whereas I feel that the Falcons have the ability, they can defend, they can play midcourt, and they can attack to win points. The problem is that the Mavericks attack is so strong that it can be very difficult for the Falcons to get them off it and then turn it around to get it in their favor. But definitely it's going to be a great one because Mavericks won the first set quite comfortably. Then we've seen that again what this BPL up to 11 format allows. The Ailesbury were allowed to gather their tactics, regroup, won the next set quite comfortably, and then the third set, Ailesbury actually with the power play having set points. So again, that could have went either way. So now we're in this fourth set with everything to play for. Yes, slight advantage to the Mavericks with the 2-1 lead, but again, I still think this is anyone's game. This is what we came for.
Absolutely. This is what we want to see. Close matches. Good save from Ed.
Again, another great return from Mark.
You see, I like to see this. Easy mistake from Joe there, but I like to see there where Eddie took the pace out of the shuttle, started to make the move forward, setting up the lift for Joe, and it's just then about controlling it, especially when it's fast out here. So it's all for me going to be about who can take the pace out of the shuttle, who can control the full court.
Yeah, just a few too many unforced errors from Joe for my liking. Just in this one, it's the fourth set by now. You hopefully should have found your range.
Great shot. Mark Cobb finding the corner. Really, the shuttle seemed to be behind him there. It just shows you how much forearm strength the Mark has, being able to guide that right into the corner there.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shot. It wouldn't be classed necessarily as a percentage shot, but my goodness.
Another cracker from Mark. He's on form tonight.
He's on fire. He's definitely been the playmaker on the Mavericks side. And if I were the Mavericks, I'd literally just be trying to get out of his way. Just trying to get him involved, get the shuttle on his strings as much as possible. Yeah,
and as I said before, I think this is the position where they're dangerous. Niall Tierney setting the play from the front and Mark from the back. You see again, he's trying always to get forward here. Now look, and that's it. In that crouch position when the shuttle's being played flat, there's not too many players that are much better than Niall Tierney. He really likes to set, push, look for the pace to come back, change the direction and then move forward. So when he's in that position serving and in the crouch position, he's really dangerous.
Yeah, so I think definitely need the Falcons, if they've got any tricks up their sleeve, now's the time to use it.
7-2.
7-2.
Great serve again. You see that by Mark, he's just controlling there. Oh,
a little bit casual there from Mark on that one. But I'm surprised actually we're not seeing a power play out from the Falcons. This just to try to get themselves back in it. And maybe they're moving, wait till they get there like a 5 or 6. Oh, great deception there by Eddie.
Yeah, you can see Joe always opening up into the forehand defense, and again the forehand defense.
Yeah. He's looking to take a swing at it.
Oh, it's a great change of pace by Eddie. He's moving the shuttle around.
So much. But it's just in this fast ball, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you gotta take the net. Gotta take the net. Too many lifts going long, in both the singles and the doubles, in fact. So let's see who can get control of that forecourt. Nice push.
Great shot.
Again, here we go. That challenge at the front of the court. This is more like it.
Yeah, you notice the higher up you go in the standard of men's doubles, it's actually not necessarily the more powerful they get. It's actually how much more important those first couple net shots, those net exchanges are at the start that really
massively. First 3 in men's doubles, ladies doubles, even these days, is so important. Look at this. You can see again, they're both trying to find that net. Again, Joe just struggling a little bit on his defense.
I think it's even knowing that Mark's at the net, try to be a bit too tight, knowing if it was loose at all.
Exciting. Here we go. Power play.
I think they almost forgot they had it there for a second. He was about to serve. He was, wait a minute, got a power play to use.
And he served really well this game. So I think
this would be quite the comeback.
I predict cross the body serve, and he's going to be looking for the cross return. Oh, T. And it was too high.
Again, these power play shuttles, they do things to people. He's been serving so well up until now, but that's just an extra little bit of pressure. I noticed they've moved the score to 11. Let's hope that was they noticed that error soon.
Yeah, I think the umpire is now changing the score.
Now he's just realised that he in fact has given the match to the Mavericks instead.
There we go. We're back to 5-9. Here we go.
There we go. Now we're back in action.
Joel Edwards, can he get the momentum going again?
Falcons still
Ah,
not
great
using the
save.
power
Oh.
play. Falcons still not using the power play.
I think maybe they're saving it for this last game.
True, but you can't take it with you.
Oh, there we go.
That was a
Rock
great
solid.
lead.
Rock solid.
That was great match again. Momentum swings in the first. Just unfortunately for the Falcons, I think if they had won that power play in the third to nick that set, it would have been a completely different match. But just that's what up to 11 does with these power plays.
I have to say, I'm really impressed there with Mark Cobb. Sometimes Mark can be the player on court that is dominating. Sometimes he can be the player on the court that's making the mistakes. But we certainly got the Mark Cobb that was dominating tonight.
Definitely, he was on fire. He was definitely the playmaker. He definitely made the difference in there tonight. Everyone, of course, played well. I think Joe might be a little bit disappointed with himself. Just a few unforced errors when he didn't need to, because especially in that second set, he just took everything in the net. He almost single-handedly won that second set on his serve and then cutting out the third shot.
Meanwhile, here, Ryan and Glennon, one-way traffic, 11-5, 11-5, 6-all. Maybe this set's going to be a little bit more interesting. And we still have 2 power plays here, so this will be interesting.
Yes, it would be. Yeah, I'm not sure if they used them in this set, but if they didn't, if someone still. Oh, here we go. Is that one there? Oh, no, sorry, just changed shuttle. My mistake. It'd be interesting to know if any of them have their power plays to use in this set.
Guy, just reminding, you've got to ask me first before you change the shuttle.
Yes, I think
Oh,
it's.
or maybe it's agreement because they're tipped.
Okay. Very good. But yes, you must generally anything to do with shows, you got to run it past the umpire first. He makes the.
A lot of experience
ball.
over that far side. You've got Moya Ryan, who's an Irish international, Fiona Glennon, who's a former Irish international. 2 players that on their day are extremely dangerous. So for me, that would be a difficult partnership for any ladies tonight to come up against.
Yeah, and they seem to be just going about their business. Doesn't look too flashy, just getting the job done. In the first 2.
Oh, are we seeing a power play here? We certainly are.
There we go. All right.
Moya Ryan, fantastic server. So she would be the one that I would pick to go up there and to put that power play in.
Solid serve, even with the added pressure of the power play.
Oh!
Exchange down here, really good. Sets up the
Oh,
smash. Puts it
no.
into the net.
Brian, have we seen a power play being won tonight? I don't think we have seen one power play being won
it's
tonight.
Just
The curse?
It is a curse.
Yeah.
I think it's almost a disadvantage.
We're lucky you don't lose points when you use the power play, because
Yeah.
I tell you what, we have not seen one so far, not in any of the ones that we've been streamed.
Definitely not. I still think it's if you ever listen to Floyd Mayweather, any podcasts and stuff with him, he always talks about there's a lot of great boxers, but when you step into the ring and you're under those lights of the prime time shows,
Yeah.
it does things to people. So
Absolutely.
I think it's the same principle. Just you're in the arena like this, you've got everyone watching you, you've got the power play, you know that this point is worth 2. Just that added little bit of pressure. But also I think I'm not sure. You probably know more about it than me. But are the power play shuttles slightly faster?
They are. They are.
Okay.
They are. They have been slightly faster this year, and I don't know if it's just that with the cork being painted that it carries a little bit more.
Weight.
But they have been a little bit more difficult to control. That being said, I think it's not the actual shuttle that us players can blame.
Yes.
It's probably the
You always-
moment.
yes, you always want to excuse. Oh, the shuttle's a different speed. That's why I made
Change
that
of rules
mistake.
this year, of course, as well, where 2 power plays can be used in the one game by opposing players, where before if people were using the power play to block another player from using it. I think maybe this system is better because it gives all the players an opportunity to get their power plays used before they go off the court.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to see. There we go. It's wrapped up in 3 games.
Three
Good
straight
fight there from
sets.
Grace and Nastia in that match. They really made it interesting, but on paper Fiona and Moya would have been favourite going into that game. Always good to see the underdogs putting up a good fight, but it just looks like Moya and Fiona were just too solid.
Just seemed to be every part of their game seemed to just be that tiny bit better, and that was enough to give. Well, I suppose they 11-9 again. That's another reason I like this format so much is that even though they were, I suppose, comfortably beaten in the end. With this format, it still gives them that chance to at least nick a set and maybe change some momentum in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, we've got the men's singles about to kick off here on the other court.
Sure, we'll see. We'll switch to our all court for a moment there. You can see us in the booth. At the moment, the both matches aren't on, but we see the overall score is 2-1 to the Mavericks. So
Yeah.
I believe also we have a we can check our scores section. So in case you've been wondering how the other matches went scores wise, maybe you're just joining us. Here is a new look that we have for the finals night. So we've just got this is not necessarily the order of play, this is just the score sheet of who will be playing who and matches that have been completed, what the scores were.
Absolutely, and once again, another positive step forward from the BPL team, and big shout out there to Phil McCone, who's doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Phil does a lot of work on setting up these streams and getting them up and running and keeping us guys with their mics knowing what to do, but it's fantastic, and I definitely think it's added another dimension to the BPL, which is getting better and bigger every year.
Yes, I think the BPL is definitely starting to set standards in the way that a lot of sports show and advocate their talents as well. That this is now getting to the point where other sports will be looking to the likes of the BPL for how to go about their organisation. So I think we're about to kick things off here on court, so we shall nip across so we do not miss any of the action.
And as the team captain himself, Owen Marin, it was great to interview him earlier. As I was saying, Owen is the son of Pat Marin, who was a former extremely good player. He was a national coach, and his mum, of course, Ida Marin, another fantastic player. So there's a lot of pedigree on Owen's side of the court. On the other side, we've got Neil Flaherty, and Neil is one of those players that will give you 200% every single time he pulls on the shirt. He'll go for every shot, run every shuttle down. So Owen won't get this easy. He'll have to work for his points. But if I had to call it, my money would be on Owen.
I think I'd probably be in the same boat. However, it's Mr. Flaherty is always a great one to watch because you'll see a lot of diving. You see him going.
A fan favourite, Brian.
Definitely one of definitely one of my favorite singles players to watch. Even if sometimes I think there's shots that he could get too easily. However, he intentionally makes his first step slow so that he has an excuse to go for a dive because he knows that's what people have come to see. But I think that both these guys play a very similar game. I just think that Owen plays it that just a couple of percentage points better.
Absolutely.
So I think for example, on the smash, I just think that Owen has a little bit more angle on his smash. Not necessarily power, but with the angle, it just means that Mr. Flaherty is having to take it just a little bit lower below the cape.
Absolutely.
And Owen is, I would say, a little bit more deception as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the front of the court.
Both guys, big engines. They both can run, but Owen just has a few more weapons that Neil will struggle with. Owen, of course, is one of those players that's been involved with the Leinster senior team playing away in the English inter-counties, and he's one of those players that delivers week in, week out. And it's not only his singles, you can put him in singles, you can put him in doubles, you can put him in mixed. You can be guaranteed that not only will he go out and fight, but he'll go out there and he'll beat players that on paper he probably isn't expected to beat. Remember in the previous season he played a very good English player called Jimmy Bonsells from Yorkshire, who they were expecting that would win the game quite easily, and it was a marathon hour match, and of course Owen was the guy that came out on top at the end. So he's one of those guys that will deliver for you, and of course Mount Pleasant have him in 2 games tonight.
Yeah, I think also Yorkshire having a history of strong balance.
Absolutely.
Going back for many years, so those guys are no slouches over there. So that was definitely quite the achievement to come out with a singles win over there. So it will be a tough ask for now, but again, this format just
there we go, Neil.
Need a little bit of luck. just need Lady Luck to be on your side for a few points, and then in this scoring system you can nick a set or two quite easily, especially if you have good tactical usage of your power plays. You can really, it just adds an extra dimension to their game. But at the moment, I'm not seeing that little burst maybe of points that now I would need in this match. But again, still first set, still early days.
Bang on the line there from Omar.
Really good shot.
Neil was just left a little bit flat-footed. Needed to maybe be a little bit more prepared. Again, he's forcing the shuttle well into the corners, taking the net early, but Owen's just comfortably moving the shuttle around, using his rally style play, which suits him so well. You'll notice Owen will rally, and then change the pace, counter-attack. It's a great style that he has, and it's been very effective for him.
Just a little bit of injection of pace for 1 or 2 shots.
Oh dear. Another unforced error there tonight. What's our unforced error count at now, Brian?
I've just got too high at the minute. But again, probably just the finals, a little bit more adrenaline.
Yeah, it's first game as well, of course. And once the players settle in, there again. You highlighted it at the start of the game. You said it. It was Owen's angle that was going to cause the damage. And Brian, once again, you're spot on.
Yeah, indeed it is. It's almost like I've played this before in my youth. But yeah, so for example, like Owen's not really, his smashes aren't particularly powerful, or he's not having to wind up to hit. It's just a little clip, that angle, he's hitting that corner that Niall's just unable to pick those up. Like again, they're just cutting the angles out. So, set point.
Nice lift. Yeah, Owen's really found his length, hasn't he? He's comfortable moving that shuttle around, cruising around the court. Oh! I've put the scud on him.
You did. You put the commentator's curse on him. It looked like he was thinking about leaving that, but then decided last minute to hit it.
What a great crowd there is tonight.
Was indeed.
Oh dear. Oh, fantastic. I think that's Aidan on the line there, making himself known.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Aidan there.
Yes, we heard him all the way up here in the commentary box.
I don't know if he was telling people he's going out later, or was he just highlighting that shuttle was out.
Yes, well either way, everybody knows. Everybody heard him. So
I think Dave has his work cut out here. He may be talking to Neil about the football scores. Dave trying to remind everybody this week that Liverpool are now in the final of the Champions League.
Yes.
Big Liverpool supporters, the Gannons, and fantastic week it was for Liverpool, and I'm sure that Dave will be letting us know later in the bar about Liverpool's results. Meanwhile, he's out there giving Neil some guidance, and he's going to have his work cut out. What do you think?
I definitely think so. This would be a comeback very similar to that in the football this week. So here we go. Second set, all to play for. Need a little bit of burst here from the Falcons player.
See, Seamus Halpin is doing the service judge. Seamus, a very experienced umpire. He's umpired in all of the top events, and he's been involved in the All England, so it's great to have the line judges, the service judges, the umpires all involved here just to make this an even bigger spectacle.
Pulling out all the stops. It's almost, if you think of the umpires and line judges, it's almost like being in a professional European or world ranking event.
Absolutely.
This sort of level of professionalism that these players are getting. Too bad about the commentary though.
There always has to be something to let the event down, but
yes, we'll do our best. So again, 3-1 is not a big deal. However, it's still just that extra little bit of momentum that now has to overcome. So here we go. Like I was almost prior to what you. Thankfully, you cut me off at one point. I was about to say in the first hit, Owen seems to have found his range and is not making the unforced errors out the back.
Good hit.
A lot of other players.
Good hit there.
But he's hit about. I think he's hit 2 outs since I've said that, so thankfully I didn't get that in. But there again, a good smash. But I feel that it's been his deception and his angles that have opened up the court.
See, for me here, I would like to see Neil try something different. I know his game is full corner, badminton, knock it around, but when you're playing against a player who can play your game a little bit better than what you're playing it, you have to do something different. I like to see him maybe try and attack on the body, try and take the net, do something a little bit different, because he's not going to be owning this full corner game.
Yes, that's where, as we pointed out, we just think Owen just plays that same game just a tiny bit better, and if you try to beat him at that game, then you're always going to lose. So you may as well take the risk Yes, it'll be a little bit more risky, and it might be a little bit more outside of your comfort zone. You see there again, just that deceptive slice. Those sort of the weapons that Owen has. Maybe his opponent in this case wouldn't. A few little unforced errors.
Better idea though. Better idea. At least he's taking the net there, and he's trying to do something other than knock it into the corner and start up a rally. Because here we go. It's in the rally, and you see Owen just is in control. He's just playing at that little bit of speed above what Neil's used to.
Yeah. So I think Owen's starting almost just going to kind of cruise control. You know, Neil knows he has to do something special here.
Yeah.
And then Owen can now he can increase his margin for error. He can play things a little bit safer, knowing that Neil is going to try something a little bit more risky. Like a good shot. Yes, it was. Just with the camera angle.
No power play is used here, Brian. I don't think there has really been an appropriate moment for either of the players to use it. Of course, Owen maybe saving his just in case something does go wrong. You know, if he was really confident that he was going to see it out, he might have used it in this game and then finished it off on the third game.
Yes.
But maybe he's just, you know, being a little bit careful, keeping that in the locker just in case he needs it. Meanwhile, Neil hasn't really had a high enough score to make it useful to use. However, maybe an early one, try and get a lead, try and put a bit of pressure on, might be another option.
Yeah, I definitely think that Neil should, first opportunity, or very, very early in the set, when he gets a serve, to use his power play, just to try to get some sort of momentum together, just to give Owen some sort of obstacle, or even just something to think about. If you're using the power play, and even if you don't win the point, at least you've got him thinking, okay, right, that you're coming after him, you're trying to win, you're trying to take a set off, and you're trying to off balance him a little bit. So we'll see what he can come up with in this set. Nice attacking play there. As a much more, that's what you suggested in the last one. Play a little more narrow, play a little more to the body. So we've seen a couple of quick attacking shots in succession that we hadn't seen in the first couple of games.
Absolutely. And Neil is playing at Ailesbury Badminton, and there's a lot of good men's and ladies doubles players, and mixed of course as well, in Ailesbury. So he would have played a lot of doubles this year, and he has done very well actually in some of the matches. So maybe get into that flat exchange, maybe attack a little bit more. Try and take Owen out of his comfort zone. Now Owen is good in that flat area as well, but it would be something different, and maybe might change up the play. And maybe as well, as we suggested, get that power play in early. Try apply a little bit of pressure, because if you can get here like a 4-1 lead, then suddenly it makes the player think on the other side of the court as well.
Yeah, because anytime the game seems to be going into the corners, Neil is losing at almost every point. Whereas a couple of times we've seen him hit a smash more at Owen, maybe played something a little like flatter exchanges like this. We have seen him get the upper hand. There we go.
That's the one we asked for it, and he delivered.
We did indeed. I wonder if he can hear us. Yeah, because previously throughout the match he would have played a slower drop to the corner. Yes, that's more distance for Owen to cover. However, it gives him time to do it.
That's a great jump, great angle.
Yeah, so I think
potentially maybe a little bit short. It's hard to see from here, but it's Owen using his height and using his reach.
Yeah, I just feel that that's the element that Neil just doesn't have in his arsenal. Come on, Neil, where is that aggressive play that we were praising you so much for a couple points ago? You know, where did it go? Unless it's just, you know, it's supposed to.
It's not a style. It's not
a style.
Oh
my goodness.
There's the emotion.
Yeah.
You did say that he brings emotion to the court, and he certainly does.
Passionate player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just that his default mode is to play corners and run, because it's what he's always used to. But it's hard to when you're out of your comfort zone to stay there and to understand that, okay, you need to be there, and if you're going to have a chance to win this match. So again, it was a great rally, but again, Neil just coming out second best on those occasions, and sadly that's kind of how that'd be the story of the match. Great rallies, but just one or two shots shy of being able to close out points for
power
himself.
play. Here we go.
Eventually.
I think Owen realizes that he doesn't have to save them anymore, and now it's time to get them used.
Yeah, so I think we were always going to see him use one in this set, unless he just wanted the court time to himself. but
looking solid here, isn't he?
is indeed
Can we see the first win on the power play tonight
tonight.
that we've seen?
Yes.
We've missed a few power plays, but any ones that we've witnessed have not been. Oh, lovely! Oh,
Oh, he's got
the
the spinner
full
on.
pirouette! Oh no!
Here we go.
And he's broken a string,
Oh,
on,
he
has
broke
he?
a string. He broke a string.
That
in the
old
rally.
song, "You Can't Play on Broken Strings," it doesn't
Oh.
apply here. Owen just did.
He just did. Yes. So, first of all, the upset of actually winning a power play, and then the added insult to injury, doing it with a broken string.
Oh dear. Never nice to be at the other end of that, is it, Brian?
It is not.
You do so. I think that you do so much to get that point. You do not want to be losing out to the guy with the broken strings.
Yes. I suppose if it's just not his night.
Oh, good pressure.
There we
There we go. Ah, no, come
he
on.
did everything right.
Ah.
He just panicked at
Yeah.
the last shot.
Yeah, Owen in cruise control here.
Unfortunately,
9-3
yeah.
up. Neil really needs to get a power play in here. Oh, lovely.
Oh, great
Good
shot.
change of pace. It's aggression coming forward and then just taking the pace out.
Yeah, a little bit of deception was all needed. So, still no power play from Neil in this case.
Out.
Oh, I just needed... It was off balance a little bit there, so I can understand why maybe he wanted to play a lift, but yeah, he's still got to try to be on the attack,
That
even
was a
though...
quick match.
It was indeed, yes, for one that we hyped as two marathon runners going at it. Ended up being, well, potentially being quite quick. So please, here we go. Well, I know they say better late than never, but I don't know if this will be quite enough to get him out.
If he, he's got the support behind him. Ailesbury are
indeed.
rallying.
Ailesbury definitely always bring the crowd wherever they play. It's one thing is they have definitely a really good base, supporters base. And we need to see that a little bit more. If we can get him away from playing corners. Still just happy to play those lifts. Now he's got the
This is more
opportunity.
the type of the game that we expected.
Indeed. Yeah, see, there we
The
go.
body.
The smash to the body, finally. Here we
And
go.
there he's got the crowd going.
Definitely. They're
Neil never want to go down without a fight.
definitely not. I think the crowd also just enjoying this match. Yes, the score has been a little one-sided, but there have been a lot of good rallies. Both players really putting it all on the line. So I think the crowd just want another set of this. I think we're all just looking. There we go.
There he goes.
Here we go.
What's happening, Brian?
Are we seeing the start of a reverse sweep? This would be one of the best comebacks in the BPL history if it happens.
Oh, he hasn't.
That would be. We were all
Yeah. Yeah.
slightly. I think we're all secretly hoping and wishing that it would at least go to another set. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel both players have put a lot of effort into this
Absolutely. I think everybody loves to see the underdog do well, but you have to hand it to Owen. Class act, delivering for his team. The captain up there really stepping up to the mark. Great to see a solid performance like that. And I tell you what, it's all Mount Pleasant at the minute.
It is indeed. So I think while we don't have anything on the play, we'll nip to our score sheet just so that in case anyone of you is joining us late this evening, that you can see what scores have already happened. And we can maybe talk a little bit about matches to come and also the matches that have happened. But just taking this, stepping back and looking at the score sheet thus far, it looks that most of the matches have been they've been great matches, but score-wise, just looking at the score sheet, they've been kind of one-sided, apart from the men's doubles.
Yeah, at the minute it is really looking Mount Pleasant favourite to take the win. I think Ailesbury really needed that win from Eddie and Joe. Now, of course, Ailesbury still have a number of strong games coming up. They've got Lauren, Ow and Fiona Farrell, who I think have won the majority, if not all, of their matches so far this season.
Yes.
You've got the likes of Shane and Ashley, who's win there at the last mix, so they've got a good number of games that they can win towards the end. It'll be an interesting match, Breen McGowan, Cormac Megan against Adam German and Will Lacey. It'll be a really interesting one, that one. So, I don't know, at the minute for me, it looks like Mount Pleasant are going to run away with this. But that's the beauty about BPL badminton, it can change so fast.
Yeah, because I believe the last time they played, it was 4-all, and going into the last one. So yes, the Falcons pipped it at 5-4. However, it still has the potential to swing one way or another. We see it week in, week out with the matches that we see at the BPL. One team might be up a couple matches, but then the other team maybe has a little more. Their mix might be a little stronger. These sorts of things. So definitely far from over. But the Mount Pleasant will be happy to see. They'll be happy with their start. I feel that they won the matches that they expected to, and then I think the only one that was sort of maybe in question was the men's doubles.
Yeah, I think Ailesbury would have said going into this match that would be a game that they can put on the board, and I think with Eddie and Joe losing that first men's, they're really going to need a big performance from the second men's now. They're going to need Breen and Cormac maybe to steal that point back again. If they steal that point back again, like the predictions made by the captains earlier, then it could go down to the last mix. But I really feel that with them losing that first men's, they're probably going to need that second men's, especially with the momentum of the match. If they get too much of a lead Mount Pleasant, it creates a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on those last players, because I think up until then, everyone who was expected to win won comfortably. Yes, we obviously watched them; they were great matches to watch. But yeah, the favourites were winning and coming out on top. So we haven't seen any upsets as much tonight. But okay, well, we have another player in the box with us, so we're going to cut to our all courts view. So we're going to interview Owen here.
All right.
We're back with Omar.
Back
Captain
again.
Fantastic is what they're calling you these days. We're just singing your praises here. Very comfortable match there, but we're saying Neil is one of those guys that wears his heart on his sleeve, and he really puts in a good fight. He started to get that little bit of fight going at the end.
Towards the end, started a bit late. Normally we play Neil, you don't get easy points against him, so he gave me a few easy ones I wasn't expecting, which is unlike him. But yeah, game plan was just be solid, wait for him to make mistakes, and he made a few easy ones, which I didn't think, so I got away with a few. He was picking up towards the end, so he got his power play and got one decent hit down the line, so luckily he was just a little bit too late for me. But yeah, comfortable win in the end, but it's an unusual comfortable win.
Yeah, definitely. We were expecting a big running marathon match, and Neil, I think, struggled a little bit to keep it on court. Tell us, the atmosphere down there, what's it like tonight?
Oh, it's good having the crowd around, but it is different. Even when you have just 2 courts instead of 4, there's less noise around the place. Having the lights turned off over here, there's dark spots on either side of you that you're not really used to. So there's a few people you saw Kate broke her strings at 2 love or something around the corner. I had one at 1 love where I just lost it completely. So there's a few people getting just easy misses. It takes a while to get used to the lighting, but atmosphere is great to have everybody around. It's brilliant kind of exhibition style, but you need a few minutes to get used to it, that's all. But once you get used to it, you're grand.
We noticed in the earlier matches a lot of clears going out, a lot of lifts going out. I think the shuttles have been tipped now, and seems to be a bit more control, and you didn't struggle too much with their length or lifting, but in the earlier games there was a lot of unforced errors.
Yeah, you kind of learn from that. You're watching anything going flat just keeps travelling, so up into the roof, so anytime you're lifting up high onto the back line, nothing flat, it'll just keep travelling. But yeah, learn from watching the others. That's what it is.
3-1 now, Mount P. I think that first men's doubles, we were saying this is going to be
50-50 game. That's a good one to get on the board.
Absolutely.
But, lads were solid, got through it in the end. Did they have to save one power play? Did they save one power play and made one? I can't remember exactly, but no, it was one of our 50-50 games. So the first 50-50 games to us. So that's needed that one. Yeah, puts a good point on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And just looking at the team line-out, we were saying potentially now Ailesbury will be thinking we need to steal back that second men's now that they've lost the first men's.
Yeah, that's the 2 men's were kind of 50-50. We fancy ourselves, but they could go either way. So the fact we got 1 up is a big deal for us. If the lads can do the next one here, we'll be laughing. But we'll see how it goes anyway.
Well done, and we'll let you get prepared for your mixed.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you back on court again. Okay, well done.
You're right. All right, that was Owen. Another good interview. Second interview time we've interviewed him tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, Owen is one of those players that I would have him on my team anytime.
Yes.
He would definitely be the one that will put you points on the board, and he'll work singles, doubles, mixed, you name it, he'll play it.
Yeah, he's a very all-round player. He can kind of do a bit of everything. So I think we have another players joining us.
Who have we got next?
Yes, we are indeed. We have one more.
We've got Mr. Niall Tierney here. Rattle them off. Sit down, Niall, and grab the mic. You're live here.
Oh, live, am I?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, great.
So we're here now with Niall Tierney. Niall,
How's it going, Dan?
congratulations.
Thanks a million.
Fantastic win in the men's doubles. We were just talking to Owen, and we were all saying that was maybe one of the games that Ailesbury might have picked out, thinking we could get a point on the board there, and it would maybe now be sitting at 2-all. A 50-50 match, but I'm sure you were confident enough going into it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying that to some of the lads there, that I think the 2 singles, we were favourites to win, but that doubles there was definitely a 50-50. At least on paper, but yeah, I'd say both sides are pretty confident they could have taken it. But yeah, it was a tense enough match. Yeah. But we think we played well in the end. Yeah.
Absolutely, a lot of momentum shifts. We also commented that Mark Cobb was on fire tonight.
Yeah.
It was one of those nights where, and we said, with Mark, sometimes he can be the best player on court, sometimes he can be the one making the most mistakes. But tonight he really stepped up.
Yeah, the great thing about Mark is, I mean, he's such a big smash from the back of the court, but then also when I'm at the back and he's at the front, he's great at cutting out stuff as well.
Absolutely.
So he's dangerous all around. It's very hard to get space against him when he's in that kind of form, you know.
In that opening game, we noticed that there was maybe 4 or 5 point blank interceptions.
Yeah,
and
special.
It's one of those ones when Mark's on form that he finds. We did say that going into it, your more favoured position would be Mark at the back, hitting, and yourself setting at the front.
Yeah,
seemed to serve very well.
Yeah, served well, yeah, which is good because during the week I was having an absolute nightmare with my serve. At one point I served 4 and hit the net in a row.
Just got those out of your system before, before the match.
But I did have jet lag. I was over in the States last week, so I'm
glad Oh yeah, that was the jet lag.
Yeah, it was just a bit over today.
Match is now sitting at 3-1. Mount P. What's your predictions? Do you think that it's safe, or is it still a lot to play for?
I'd never say it's safe, but I would be confident that we will win the second men's because Willie and Adam are playing really well. I would be confident that we'll win that, and then I think the ladies doubles could be 50-50 as well, and then I think we're favourites for the 3 mix as well.
Absolutely,
so
it's
I think
looking like it's Mount P at the minute, but as Brian was saying earlier, in this BPL you can never tell.
Well, that's it. The sets to 11 are crazy, you know. Like you say, with the momentum shifts, like you see the second set there.
Yeah.
Letty got in the run of serves.
Absolutely. And Brian commented on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just went through us, you know. Now we should have changed our tactics a bit quicker. Maybe pushed it off the net, popped it up in the air, maybe made Eddie run around a bit at the back, which we didn't do, but it just happened so quick.
Absolutely. Brian actually commented after the second set, the third set started, he was surprised that Joe didn't start serving because he had gone 6 points.
Yeah.
Said, but I was saying that, you know, with Joe, sometimes it can be when he's flying, the momentum's going. Eddie would be really steady on a serve, but we would have liked to seen Joe start after that momentum shift.
So should have, yeah. The way he was going, the momentum he's on. He's a hard guy to serve or to return against.
Yeah,
big. He's serving
big
like
reach.
that because he's big, you know.
Yeah,
and he's kind of coming down. He makes himself big on the third shot then. So.
Well done, Niall, and
you're
showing your experience out there and putting a point on the board for Mount P.
Not
no way of saying that you're getting old or anything. Fantastic.
The sets to 11 suit me, I think. The shorter format, you know.
Absolutely. Well done, and we're going to switch back over to the play here, and let's see if Mount P can continue the good form.
Yeah, hope so. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much for the interview. Cheers, thank you. Here we're going to switch over to what we got. Here we go. At the start, just right here for the start of the men's doubles. As we pointed out before, very, very important set, this one.
Absolutely.
Well, a lot more pressure on the Falcons here, given the overall score is 3-1.
Yeah, second men's about to start. Right beside it, we've got the second ladies doubles as well. So they're just warming up at the minute. It should be an interesting match as well. You've got Lauren Owie and Fiona Farrell up against Pamela Pontanoza and Karen Nelson there. Meanwhile, on this court, ready to start, they're just testing shuttles again. Cormac Megan, big power player, and Bree McGowan, a great player from the front of the court. You'll see him serving and making a number of interceptions. On the other side, you've got Adam German, tall, strong, all-round player, and you've got them one of the most hilarious players that you'll come up against.
The wristiest.
Willie Lacey. He's like a man that you see in the Matrix. He has so many moves and seems to make so many actions with the racket before he strikes it. Always a great player to watch. So this one is set to be a fantastic match.
Definitely. So I think probably it'll be interesting to see how Cormac plays. I feel he can be a little bit like Mark Cobb. He's a little hot and cold at times, but when he's on, he's does very well. So I'll be interested to see how this one pans out.
If you had to call it, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
I am going to say Adam and Will. What do you think?
I would say that they're probably favorite to win this one, but I think that I'm going to go with the Falcons on this one because I think that they're going out here really knowing that they have to put everything into this match, and I think that that extra little bit of pressure will inspire them to not hit his partner in the back, hopefully, too many more shots, and that'll enough to put them over the line. Whereas suppose then the Mavericks might feel that they were going to relax a little bit too much, feeling because they have a lead, and as from our interviewers, then they're actually very confident on the mixed as well. So I want maybe that will relax them a little bit too much. Or I think the Falcons are really back up against the wall. They've got nowhere to go. They have to win this one.
Okay, we've got a drink on the line here. Brian's going for the Ailesbury Falcons. Meanwhile,
indeed.
I'm back in Mount Pleasant. Let's see how it all unfolds.
And we had to guess with that one.
It's outside. You've seen the call there from the
All the lines.
Yeah. This is where Breen is really
Very crafty.
solid. Nice serve, and he'll find the third. Takes his time, no rush. See, there we go. Serve third. Cormac not making the counter move.
Yeah.
I always talk about men's doubles, how important it is to make a counter move. So if your opponent takes the line, you've got to be on the cross. If your opponent's on the cross, you've got to cover the line. It's the most important player is the one who's not on the shuttle, because they're going to be the one that's intercepting the next shot. So Cormac just kind of caught a little bit watching what Breen was doing rather than covering the other area.
Yeah, so the Cormac should have been covering, because it then allows your net player to really commit to the side and really commit to trying to cut out the straight in that case.
Well, you said it. Cormac can be the player that creates winners there, and again, stepping up into court, creating a flat shot that didn't look to be on.
No, I think even sometimes he's not quite sure what he's doing, but it seems to work out for him. So again, a very exciting player to watch. And I think a few of these serves are looking a little high, but I suppose it's better half a foot above the net than half a foot below.
First set syndrome.
Yes, indeed. But saying that, they look a little bit high, but neither pair necessarily getting punished for it. So I think both of them are happy. Perhaps they have like a bit of a truce going on. So right, guys, we'll not.
Let's not punish these opening serves.
Yeah. There's a crowd here. Let's not make us make each other look like fools here. In the first set, we'll go a little bit easy.
I'm sure the guys will tell us it's just the camera angle.
Yeah, of course.
Well, here we go, 5-3.
It's a slight edge to the Falcons here. Seem to just be.
I
dealing
love the
with
way Breen's slowing the play.
Yep.
Just slowing it
Takes
down.
his time. It's going to be there. Nice little cross court.
Wow.
Great shot from.
Power.
Yes. This is probably their.
Oh, beautiful.
The change of pace.
Quite often, when you watch Cormac, you're like, use your power first, then put in the soft play, and he often does it the other way around. That time done it perfectly. Big power, using the power that he has, followed up with a lovely change of pace with that stop drop.
Yes, because I think when you have a big smash like this, you need to throw in a few smashes first, just to make sure that your opponents are thinking about it. So they're worried about and being set up and preparing for the harder smash. That then normally players will naturally creep back a little bit just to give themselves more time in order to deal with the smash, and then that opens the opportunities at the front of the court.
Absolutely, Breen McGowan so solid so far. He's making Cormac work really hard at the back.
Yeah, definitely the.
Did you see that? But he's making the move though.
He did. I think it was just Cormac tried to be a little bit too tight with that drop shot. But yes, to see Breen was once he noticed that there was some space and that Cormac had played the drop shot instantly in at the net to make sure that expecting that would have went over, that they would stay on the.
Adam going
a little
for
bit of a gamble, like it.
Yeah.
And Cormac trying a little bit too much there. Adam wasn't really. If Cormac
Adam
just played
doing
a
jump,
shot.
did he need to jump? That's the question. He is one of the tallest guys out there.
True,
but it intimidates the opponent. It
gets them thinking about it. Gets them thinking about it. Also, the crowd.
That's fast.
That's from fast net exchanges that we have. At the end, you'll see fast net exchanges at this. Obviously, because you have your partner covering the back, you can afford to kind of overcommit, and it's not as big. It's not as big of a risk as you say, like in a singles. Oh, Adam reaching for that one a little bit.
Just not
a little lazy with his footwork.
Just not his dominant self at the minute. I think he'll definitely get into it because Adam's one of those guys. He is rock solid as well, and Willie will be that creative player for him. But at the minute, it's a lovely shot by Will.
Yeah, the Falcons get caught out a little bit when they're on the defensive. I think that when they're dictating, they're getting to decide the pace of the rallies that they're doing very well, but it's just they get caught out a little bit when they're having to react to what the Mavericks are doing.
7-8.
Anyone's game.
Oh, good return. See again, Cormac a little bit behind Breen where he should have been maybe more aggressive.
Yeah. Just an unforced error from Cormac there. So I think if they'd have got the serve back, that would have been then the perfect opportunity for Ailesbury to pull out their first power play. Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is now power play territory.
Adam is playing against Adam earlier this season. He's got a fantastic serve. He's so tall. He's very relaxed on his serve, and he hits it below level net, and it's really hard. Look at that. That's a great serve. Great speed.
Return, though, from Cormac.
Oh, this is good. Oh, what a rally for a power play.
Oh, just out the side, and again.
There's the risk. You did
Yeah,
say
it
it.
is.
It was a fantastic move by Cormac, but just not playing the percentage shot when he made the net.
Yeah, because Adam had his racket up there. He was waiting. He was asking Cormac to play a drive of some sort, and there was when he does that, you open up the space to play the block at, or the tumble net shot at the net.
Great serve again.
Again, yeah, I see what you mean. Cormac's dealing with it quite well, though.
Lovely change of direction there by Willie.
Yep.
Look how active Willie is at the front.
Indeed.
Nice moving the shuttle around and looks solid on defense.
They are indeed, but I think they're solid because, to be honest,
seemed to be a crazy shot by Cormac, but
Oh.
lovely backhand.
Right into Cormac's forehand, though. Go.
What a rally.
Oh! I was about to say they're solid on defense because they're nearly hitting Cormac with every shot. I feel if the Falcons are a little bit vulnerable, is playing like the softer drop in front of Breen, having him to, because he's standing a little bit far back, expecting the smash. So I think the space is open. If they play a drop shot in front of Breen, he's a couple of times I've seen in this rally, he's not getting up the court fast enough in order to pick those up.
Yeah, and I think the longer the game goes on, it will be Breen that will struggle the most with the pace. He will really need to get in and control the front court, and Cormac will have to work from the rear court. If they do that, Breen's well smart enough to control the game from the front, take the pace out, set up the smashes. However, if it becomes a long, hard, grueling doubles, you'd have to favour Willie and Adam. Will's extremely fit. He can play high-level singles. Always has been able to play it. So I don't think like the fast tempo will cause him any troubles. Cormac has that power, has those weapons. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I definitely think Breen seems to be doing the majority of the talking. Definitely think he's the playmaker, or the quarterback. He makes the calls. He calls the plays on this Falcons team. So it'll be interesting to see what changes they make. Because again, it was only a couple points in it. It's just a power play victory was all it needs.
Nice wide serve there already from Adam. Like in that serve position, he's very comfortable.
Yeah, just a little unforced error as well. I just feel Adam hasn't quite woken up and really settled into the game yet. He's normally a much more creative player than this. He normally has much more impact.
Oh, that
just
is
like right there.
Dangerous. Yeah, that is. He served very well. He's been solid at the front of the court, but there we're now starting to see what he can do from the back of the court, because when he jumps up and creates that, it's not only angle, it's power and angle.
Yeah, great drop shot there by Cormac. As I say, like that's probably what I was hoping he'd play a little bit more of.
Out.
Well left. Just a little bit of lady luck on their side right there, but hey, you take it whenever you can.
Breen changing the pace well again from the back. One hard hit, one soft into the middle.
Sure.
A little bit of luck on the net, but he's doing the right thing.
Yes, I feel though that the Falcons really need to take this set, because as I said, that they just they narrowly lost the first, but again, your likes of Adam and all, Adam hasn't woken up yet. He hasn't started to play well.
Nice change of pace.
So the
beautiful.
Oh, unfortunate. So the thing is, I don't see the Mavericks playing any worse than they're playing right now. I don't see them dropping their level at all on this. So it'll be on the Falcons' shoulders to see if can they change the game up at all in order to turn this around.
Breen did make the right move. He's making the blocks, but 2 unforced errors in a row by Cormac. You did mention this at the start of the game that it will go down to if Cormac's on form or whether he doesn't keep the shuttle in and makes too many errors.
True.
And that has been the difference so far.
Yeah. So Cormac's drop shots are really effective here, but I feel that someone with his power and strength, and especially his height, so he'll be hitting good angles, should be hitting, like his first option should always be to smash. Hit a smash, hit a drive, hit something, put his opponents under pressure, and then maybe after 2 or 3 shots, putting in the drops, because his drop shots are very good. We've seen a couple of shots there in a row where they were very tight to the net, and they were at an angle such where the Mavericks player, whoever got there, their only option was to lift it right back up.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I'd like to see him hit a smash or 2 first.
Yeah, definitely, and he's got the power to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Good serve.
Great drive though from Cormac. Again,
There we go. That's more
really
like
good
it.
drop.
Get in, take the pace out,
Yeah.
make guys play from below level net. Then you really see what a badminton player is.
Yes.
Anyone can play above level net when they shuttle and they've got time, but you'll really see what badminton players are when they're below level net and there's someone there putting pressure on them. Can they still find the gap? Can they still do something without giving away left?
Oh,
Lacey
just
showing his single skills.
indeed, just too good there from Lacey. Now I think Breen definitely did. He did everything right. He had a really good net shot. He followed it in aggressively, but just Lacey coming up with the not exactly a percentage shot, but was able to pull it off when it mattered.
There's
Great
the
shot.
power.
There we go.
Like not what you would call actually a good decision there. Cross hard. At Will, who was set up,
Yeah.
but because he has so much power, it's a difficult.
He was
shuttle
able to get
deal
away with it.
Good serve. You see,
Oh, it's a bit too slack.
You see, again, I feel like it stays close, and then it comes to the closing points, and then Mount Pleasant just have that little bit more. Oh, well done.
Brilliant shot. Yes, I feel that the Mavericks.
There we
crew-
go, by Breen. Come on. You hear the roar there. He's up for this.
Psyched. He's psyched. He's ready. He's getting into this. He really knows. He knows it's crunch
Serve.
time.
Great serve
Great
again.
serve again. Yes.
I have to say,
Kiss
out
the
of
tip.
all the players tonight,
Oh,
Breen has been the most solid on serve, hasn't he?
definitely.
Oh. Great switch. And making the
Nice.
move. Oh, there he
Brilliant.
is.
There he is. There when it counts. Again, Cormac doing very well there to keep them in the rally. Nice spatial awareness of where the Mavericks were positioned to find the space with his drop shot in order to force them to lift.
Beautiful serve
Again, just
Cormac's now doing the right thing. They're
Yep.
pushing on to him hard and
Nope.
he's finding the gap. What is going on there, Brian?
they were both on the same side of the court. Just a little bit of miscommunication right there. I think it was Breen had a 50-50 choice right there, and he went the wrong way, I feel. Because he was behind, and Cormac couldn't see him.
Good return.
Nice. Yeah, again, Cormac, he's fine. He's got his range. His pushes and stuff are great. It's just, I want him to see it.
Ah,
I want him to see him using his power, try to go on the attack and use his power a little bit more.
yeah, not as natural on defense.
Yeah,
You can see Will and Adam will sit back and they'll quite happily move
they'll
the
move it
shuttle
around. Yeah, the fine gaps.
I feel that Ailesbury need to be on the attack to score
Yep.
points.
Definitely.
Look at Breen. He's really like
Really up for this. There
yeah.
we go. Some nice shots and how
good.
outside, I think.
Good angle. Good angle from Breen again.
Well, they almost, that was tight though.
8-7.
Where's the power play, guys? I definitely thought Ailesbury would have pulled out their power play by now. Unless they're trying to get to 9
Great
and then
serve.
use it. Nice.
Little
bit
top
of
spin.
deception. Again, this is the danger of not
I
using.
think we're going to see another power play from Mount P.
I think they should. I think they should. You know,
No?
Ailesbury had.
Oh, they're not
No, I
going
guess
to.
not. They must be waiting to get onto the hill, as they say. Breen, so keen. He's actually on
Yeah, you see
Cormac's
that?
side of the court.
Yeah, he's stepping
Great
up.
shot from Cormac. Now use your power.
Oh, no!
He was anticipating a
He
cross
was ready
court
for
lift.
it.
Yeah.
He was ready for it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's power play time.
Here we go.
Interestingly, though, if momentum goes against them and the guys have their 2 left,
Mm-hmm.
it could shift.
Yes. So need.
Because they might just go and use their power play straight away after.
Yeah. Great reflexes
Oh,
there
lovely
by
touch
Cormac
by Breen.
again. It's all right. Right. There we go.
There's the
Bang.
power.
Oh.
Oh,
Breen just guessing the wrong way.
yeah. Oh, my
Nice one by
goodness. That
Cormac.
was
Yep. Lead to key. Oh. That's so unfortunate. Cormac was just controlling that rally. The
Yeah.
Mavericks just having to react to whatever Cormac was doing in that. So he had all the ticket, just couldn't put it away then when it mattered.
Meanwhile, I think we're wrapped up on the other side. As we had expected, it was a clean sweep there for Laura Now and Fiona Farrell. 11-4, 11-7, 11-5. So
Those were quick games. Those mustn't have been, because this double started before it. So they were still, the ladies were warming up when this match had started. So the scores looked, okay, a little bit one-sided, but not a complete war. But that must have been, those were quick points. So Ailesbury getting on the scoreboard, bringing that to 3-2.
Lauren I's a big player for that team. It's no surprise that they're using her in 2 matches. She's one of those ones that, again, she was out of the ladies on the Leinster team. She was the highest scoring lady over in the English intercounties. She had 10 wins throughout the season, which is a fantastic number of wins at that level.
Yes.
She's got a really good partnership with Fiona. Herself and Fiona have been one of those pairs that have been winning throughout the year in domestic tournaments, getting to finals. So, there was always going to be a tough ask for Pamela and Karen, but it makes it interesting. Another point back on the board.
Yes, indeed.
Here we go.
Back, 1 love.
1 love.
Now, Falcons 2 power plays. So they're obviously expecting to get at least a setback here. Ooh. Just a little bit long, but however, that looked like a very good flick, in fairness. A little bit of discussion right here.
Oh, dear. Good serve by Will.
Was indeed. Cormac getting up.
Ah,
Ooh,
that's
very
a-
good shot, in
You
fairness.
see, there's where Will's single skills are so useful out in the doubles court. He has that ability to just stop the play, stop the shot right in front of someone. And you feel like it's the big power he's loading up, and then he just takes the pace out and creates
Yes.
that winner.
Yeah, definitely creating a lot of space at the front there. I think that Falcons a little bit reaction. I always feel like they're very reactionary on
Nice
their
touch.
defense. Again, just on great anticipation there.
I think that was
By
crucial
Willie.
that the Falcons took that second, ladies, there. Makes
Definitely.
makes the score line what it looks like it's going to be 4-2.
And what
Oh, dear.
was the call?
Fault receiver.
Ooh, too keen.
We had noticed that he had been edging forward
Yeah.
throughout the game, so...
Yeah. I'm surprised he stayed on his own side of the court this long.
Oh, there we go. Clever
Nice.
smash. Breen smashing down the middle, cutting down the angle for Adam to play the return, making him do something.
Yep.
He has definitely been the creative player on the Ailesbury team.
Have to say, yeah, he's definitely the call player. He's the call maker. See, kind of directing traffic. Again, not the biggest smash,
Here
but
we
just
go, moving the defense side to side.
Cormac
Look
deciding
at
he
this.
wants in on the action.
We said it. They just look on defense the more comfortable partnership.
Yes.
And the fact they can also attack as well makes them definitely the favourite.
Yes.
Ailesbury scoring when they can attack, but on defense they're struggling.
Yes, it's very reactionary. It's very like
Breen does make the moves, but unfortunately,
Cormac
Cormac,
just
yeah.
tried to cheat up there at the net, which, hey, fair enough, being aggressive, fair play. We all like to see it. Just got caught out there.
well, we've got 2 more players making their way in here to the interview room, and we're joined by Fiona. So we're just gonna come over here to Fiona.
How's it going?
Live on the BPL finals night, Fiona Farrell. A nice 3-0 victory there for yourself and Lauren. Talk us through the match.
Yeah, we knew from before, and just as we started, we had to just stay focused. Karen and Pamela were always going to be tough. Pamela's speedy around the court, and Karen is tricky as well with her height and stuff. So we just, from the start, just stay focused and worked out well for us.
Got the job done, yeah?
Yeah.
Turned out to be a crucial match for Ailesbury. A few points there we were saying that we thought may have went your way has now gone Mount Pleasant's way, so you needed to win that match.
We knew that going on. So there was that little bit of extra pressure. So glad to get the point for the team. What's the story there?
It's looking not so
Two
good at the
sets.
minute. 2
Okay.
sets
No,
to 0.
very, very tight sets.
Yeah. I kind of watched at one stage it was 7-all in.
But
I think the
very
second,
good.
and then had to push on with our own game. Hopefully, what are we left after this? Well, you never know. This isn't over yet. A good comeback could be on the cards.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
Make
power
for a
plays.
great night.
Any
Yeah.
matches ahead that you think that Ailesbury will be targeting? Anything that you think that will be definite for you?
Well, we're not going to say that, am I? But I think we have a good chance.
Sitting on the
Yeah,
bench here,
yeah.
Fiona.
This is
I
the
know,
hot seat.
I think
You have to make
we have a good
predictions.
chance in all. Like we have.
Yeah. You
Fiona,
have good games coming up.
yeah, we've Fiona Glennon back. Well, she's not back, but
Yeah.
you know, really has come back over the last couple of BPL nights.
Yeah,
so
we spoke to Dave at the start of the match, and he highlighted that the ladies was a key strength for you guys over the year, and such depth that it was maybe a little bit of a headache for him even to pick the team because there's so many good girls out there.
yeah, we were all kind of the last week or so. We did a few training sessions, and that it was kind of who's going to get the spots, and then kind of when you got them was like, crap, we have to go win them now.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure, but kind of like that as well. You know, it's
Of course.
it's good to have that bit of pressure, keep you focused when you're playing. Yeah, so I think we've a good chance in all of the mixed. Definitely second mixed.
Yeah.
We've good. I think our ladies again, as you just said, will be really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've a good record in the mixed. Second mix, Lauren and Cormac in now, so I think that we'll be relying on them. And then Ashley and Shane, I don't think they've been beaten this year yet.
Yeah, solid.
So that's going to be hopefully.
there we
Hopefully
go.
we'll get there.
Another
so-
point for Mount P, so
Oh, okay.
we'll let you get back to the action. Fiona, well
Yeah.
done in your match.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And let's keep an eye out and see if
Yeah.
they can make a big turnaround.
Okay. Thanks a
Well
million,
done.
lads.
Thank you very
Great job
much.
yourselves.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take that for you. There you go. All right. Well, just missed the end of that, but it looked again. I suppose.
I think, Brian, that's what you call a drink for Daniel McGee for calling that match.
Yes,
And,
I think so. I think so.
I think Brian will be going to the bar now.
Yes.
No, to be honest, the reasons why I was thinking it was going to go that way was you have a fantastic partnership there in Lacey and German. German, big, tall, strong, dominates the front of the court, serves well. Willie Lacey has so much variation. On the other side, you have Breen, who is a solid player, who can change the pace, and Cormac, who has that huge power.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it does take Breen and Cormac to maintain the attack for the full match, and it would take Breen and Cormac to be really forcing Mount Pleasant off the attack for a full game, and that's difficult to do.
It is, yeah. They'd have to really off balance and get them out of their comfort zone and really dictate, have the Mavericks reacting to whatever the Falcons were doing. But we just didn't see that today. I felt that if the Mavericks' cruise control was kind of enough just to get them through it, and that the Falcons would really have to come out and bring them out of their comfort zone and push them around and really bully them into dictating where the points are being played. And sadly, we just didn't see that tonight. It was still 8-8 in the first two sets. You know, it's still anyone's game. You just need a power play victory in either one of those to steal one. But again, just the Falcons just too solid, I think, tonight.
Absolutely. Really exciting first mixed coming up here. You've got Joe Ledwidge, Fiona Glennon, and you've got Kate Frost and Adam German. Kate and Adam, rock solid, but Fiona Glennon, she is a winner. Now this game is all to play for. Obviously, they have to get this match now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's good night.
Yes.
But Adam and Kate, are they too solid? That's the question.
Do they have the shot? Is one of them be willing to step up and be the playmaker?
Yeah.
In this one, again, though, they're kind of their cruise control, their basic. They go about their business. That's a very strong pair.
Yeah.
It'll be difficult to break down, and we'll see if Adam maybe it comes out of his shell a little bit more. I felt he's a little bit playing it safe, I suppose, in that doubles. Again, that was enough to get the job done there.
Absolutely.
But it'd be interesting. I think Joe and Fiona will definitely be pushing them a little bit more than they were in the doubles.
Yeah, luckily I've been able to play with both these girls, as with Niall Tierney and Eddie in the men's doubles. I've played a number of seasons with Fiona and a number of seasons with Kate, and both of these girls play top class mixed. Fiona Glennon is probably one of the best ladies I've seen at intercepting shuttles at the front of the court, making moves, stepping in on men's smashes and taking the smash like it's a drop. She really is so good. Kate Frost, really good touch, and one of those girls that is really difficult to hit through. She has a solid defense. She serves very well. So both these girls, on their best game, have different styles but are equally as effective. Joe Ledwidge, big, tall, rangy power. Adam German, big tall guy with power.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a cracker, Brian.
I can't wait. Now, I think where Joe and Fiona might, where they have to have the advantages, I'd say they'd be maybe more mixed savvy. I don't know if they would have the arsenal of shots that Adam and Kate would have.
Yeah.
However, I think it's where they would have the advantage, maybe a little more veteran in straight up mixed play, and maybe a little bit more tactful in where and their shot selection and how they set up their partner in that sense.
Joe's got like a really good return of serve, mixed doubles. He steps up, he toes that line well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big presence to serve to. Fiona again cuts out so well. Adam and Kate are just so steady. It's set up for a really good, interesting exchange. Whether Joe and Fiona can get that momentum going and start to make it really difficult, cut out, not let them into the game. Fiona cutting out the front, Joe being really difficult to serve to, and you've seen how he was when he got the momentum when he was serving in that
second game, yeah.
And then on the other side of things, can Adam and Kate just keep their structure, keep solid, and then force the mistakes from the guys by being a little bit more solid? It could be a 50-50 match if it all goes, if all players play well.
I definitely think so. I think that probably could be Kate and Adam's game plan going into this, would be to keep it solid, keep the pressure on Fiona and Joe to have to come up with something to beat them.
Yes.
Don't worry about necessarily making big plays and hitting winners themselves, but just keeping the pressure on, keeping it in, low amount of unforced errors, and just a high pace of a game, just to try to make Joe and Fiona come up with something that try to come up with something special in order to beat them in that case. So I think this will be it's a very stylistic matchup. This is going to be a very, very interesting match.
Absolutely. Yeah, so here we go. A little bit of a break here as we're waiting for the next round of matches to come on. It'll be interesting to see that whether or not Mount Pleasant take this time now and push on, or whether Ailesbury really start to get the momentum going again, or are they rallying together, are they having a team talk? I feel like when you have these little timeouts, it can really change the game. I see Joe and Fiona already starting to warm up. They know that if they don't get this game, it's game over, so they look active. Mount Pleasant, they're not going to come out here complacent either. They don't want to go down to that last mixed.
No, definitely not. I'd say the crowd, you might probably hear the crowd a little bit more behind Ailesbury in this one, because I think they want to see more matches. They want to see this match. We've seen some great badminton tonight. I think they'll want to see this match continue. So I think it's not necessarily that there'll be more Ailesbury fans necessarily in the arena, but I think just for this match you'll probably see them trying to get behind Ailesbury just to really will them over the line, just so we can get more matches in tonight. Because again, the other two mixed, whether or not we get to see them will be another thing, but they also look really good, and I think that it would almost be a shame if we didn't get to see those.
We want more badminton,
yeah,
Brian.
exactly. You know, it's people have come out here. It's been a great night thus far.
Absolutely. And we have to say a big thanks at this point to the sponsors, Yonex and Turkish Airline, for their support. Without those guys coming on board and without the support that they give, it wouldn't be the same event as what it is.
Yeah, it just would not be possible to put this on. Well, certainly the airline tickets and the raffle would cost us a lot more.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, Brian. So if you win, where are we going on this when we get these two tickets? Because I would like to see a nice little trip to Dubai coming up, or Australia, or maybe California. I hear some people, if they win, they're thinking of going from Dublin to Shannon return. Might be a little bit of a waste of the two tickets to anywhere in the world.
I was going to say, yes, you could have took the bus. The bus would have got you there quicker.
Absolutely. So
yeah, so suppose it's the case of do you just make a trip to Australia to get your money's worth, that sort of thing, but because it's probably one of the furthest distances you could travel.
But quite a prize.
It's quite the prize, my goodness. I mean, not many sports would have a prize like that on offer, like tickets anywhere around the world.
Yeah.
That's
€5, not a bad investment.
That is not.
Anyone out there who isn't at the hall right now, get down here, buy that ticket, and let's see where you end up.
Yes, you got to be in it to win it. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, I like this format now. They're pitting two games on at the same time because we want to see as many games as possible.
Yes, so this is what the crowd came here for. They came here to see matches. They came here to see this level of play. So throughout the season, these teams had the best record. They were showing that they were to be the best out of all the teams in the league. And now these players, these fans, have the opportunity to see these two teams go head to head. And especially the setup like this, the way they have the hall set up, is truly unique. You would rarely see it like this. We've got the bleachers all the way around the two courts on focus. And so here we will watch both of these teams warming up here, and we now have a tough choice: is which one do we pick? I suppose we're going to have to see how the matches are going, and
Absolutely.
then we'll have to make our shotgun.
Yeah, we've got it. We're going to have to now, because it's 4-2. We're going to have to swap between courts as we go along here, because at any point this match could be over. However, it could all go down to the last mix if Ailesbury take up these two games.
True.
This first mix now, it's going to be the one that's going to swing the match, because if you win your first mixed, suddenly then second mixed, last thing you know, you're on to the final game and it's all to play for. But if you lose this first mixed, then you're in trouble.
Yes, it's going to be all she wrote. Because then if the Falcons did make it to the third, that would have mean the momentum would be in their favor, in that they would have had to have won the last couple of mixed. Therefore, pressure would be on. They'd feel the momentum had swung against them overall in the match, and that would be a case of, will they be able to dig themselves out of that momentum shift and then come back and win? Or would the Falcons be able to ride the wave that they had created to take it home?
And of course, with Ailesbury winning all of the other divisions, this is stopping them from doing the clean sweep if Mount Pleasant can come out on top here. Of course, we all want to see an even match. We all want to see a close one. But it's nice to see a couple of different teams winning different events. However, I'm sure Ailesbury won't go out without fighting
Yes,
here.
exactly.
They want every title.
They want that sweep. They want that pride, because it's not often you get the opportunity to sweep all of the events.
Men's, women's,
Mixed.
and the mixed leagues.
Yep.
So, here we go.
We look to be kicking things off on court 3 here, so we will have a look.
Here we go,
and
first
see.
mixed.
Here we go.
4-2. Oh, the
That's a little
cheeky
flick to
flick.
start with. Nice touch in that shot.
There we go, Fiona at the
Ooh.
net. As I said, she loves the interceptions. She's playing with a big smile on her face. Always so relaxed.
Oh, she looks like she's really
4-2
enjoying this.
down. Smile on the face, Brian, huh? Oh, another
Double
flick.
flicks and oh,
Two love.
there we go. Pulls out an ace.
There you go. There's the experience. Fiona, of course, has won a number of medals in quadrangular events, and she's well used to playing at this level.
Just short on that one. Oh, that was almost 3 in a row. That'd have been quite the start. That'd be the start they needed.
Yeah.
Here, Joe looking.
Yes.
There we
Absolutely
go.
difficult to serve
He
to.
just looks so difficult to serve to. I think it was simply the height that he stands at when receiving serves enough to put Kate off there. Again, Kate would normally have a very solid serve and mixed.
Absolutely. It's one of the things that she would pride herself on.
I thought
Ooh.
Fiona might have had the racket up there to cut that one out, but leaving it to Joe ends up being the right decision. That's
Fiona
why I'm here, not down there.
Fiona really returning to form.
Yeah,
Bit of a high
little
serve
bit,
there,
a
but
little bit slack after the how good her serving was in the start of the game, but still slight edge, 4-3
yeah,
to the Falcons.
last weekend in both the final of the ladies doubles and the mixed doubles in the Masters event. So
Mhm.
you can see that she is coming back up to speed quite fast again. She's been known for years for her doubles and her mixed doubles, of course, with her sister Pauline. And she's played mixed with a number of players. Did very well at underage with both Eddie Cousins, Neil Lynch. Had a number of good wins with her in the mixed myself. She carried me through a lot in the domestic scene. So she is one of those players that you can really rely on as well. So it's nice to see her back playing at this level again.
Indeed it is. And then I
Great
think
return by
as
Joe there.
it will fantastic return. I think as we've stated that a couple of unforced errors there by the Falcons not just allowed the Mavericks to get back into it. They didn't really have to do anything too special, but I think as we've seen, it'll be a case of I think it'll just be down to how many unforced errors the Falcons makes, or how many unforced errors the Mavericks can force out of the Falcons. I think it's not always
Oh, great return there. Getting the shot below level net. Joe looking a little bit passive in the midcourt there.
Oh, just got called out. That was a good, brave leave by Adam. Good judgment there in the end.
7-6.
Oh, it's looking a little bit high. Joe
She has struggled. She has struggled
struggled.
serving to Joe so far.
I think we
And it's not like her. She normally relishes the challenge of serving to the man.
Yeah. Now just again, these spotlights, television lights. Oh,
I feel Joe's a little bit late on the midcourt here. He needs to be a
Yeah.
little bit more aggressive.
getting away with it though thus far.
That's more. You see that last shot? That's what I would like to see more from Joe. Step up, take the midcourt early, apply a little bit more pressure.
Yep. Just a slack serve. Great serve to the other side, but
8-all.
yeah, I'm surprised
No
actually.
power plays being used here.
Yeah, I still think the Falcons are a little bit late on their power plays tonight.
I think.
Again, just a couple line calls not going their way.
I think if they win this point, Falcons will use the power play.
Yes.
Oh, that's sharp. There we
sharp.
go. That's what we talked about.
There you go. Anticipated that net shot. Fiona telegraphing that a little bit.
Falcons get this one. It could be a match.
That would be
a game point all.
Oh, just short.
Do you
power
use the
play.
power play? Use it.
No, they don't.
Brian.
I definitely would have used the power play.
Oh,
right?
they're
Yes.
using it.
There
Here
we go.
We wanted this. Come on, can we see a big power play win?
Because this would be a big psychological
this
victory.
is massive. This is
to
massive.
Effectively steal the set.
Here we go.
It's a set point to each
Oh, great
player.
serve.
Nice push from Joe.
There's
A great
Fiona.
interception from Fiona.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Just-
so unlucky.
Yeah.
I think that's 3 or 4 errors on that side,
Yeah,
that corner alone.
Just in the midcourt, Joe needs to be a little bit more proactive.
Yes.
Has to be stepping up, doing a bit more from the midcourt. I think Fiona's done her job quite well.
Yes.
She's controlled the net.
Serving
Served quite
excellent.
well.
Serving
Yeah.
excellent.
Kate's looking quite sharp up front there, and Adam just solid, not making any mistakes, not overly forcing the play, but should we do a quick look at the other
Yeah,
game?
I'll have a quick look at the other court there while they're toweling down
9-6,
talking.
and Megan. Wow, the
Looking
old
solid.
forehand serve there.
There indeed. You don't see that very often.
Not much anymore, but it seems to be working for him.
Oh, very good.
10-6.
Again, very strong mixed pair. You've got Cormac's power at the back, but again, I think that the quarterback in this play would definitely be Lauren in this
Yeah.
case. I think she'll control the court. I think she'll be dictating where the pace of the rallies. She'll be dictating how the rallies go. So I think on that one we'll just switch right back over to catch this one. Okay, one love, Ailesbury.
They need this.
One all.
Ailesbury
Yes.
need this.
Yeah, they can't have this match slip away from them.
No, absolutely. And the second mix, they're doing their job, Cormac and Lauren. So
Indeed.
it's up to the first mixed here to step up. That's
Great
more
shot by
positive
Joe.
by Joe.
Oh, again.
Now he gets the midcourt sorted, and it's the overhead that lets him down.
Yeah,
so
just snatched at that one a little bit. Almost like he's trying too hard.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of things right.
Yeah, if you
but
could just
it's-
relax
yeah,
a little bit.
just getting it all together at the right time.
Yes, I know what you mean. Again, this is just that I feel Mount P are just putting it in cruise control and just kind of squeezing them out, just playing their normal game. And that's enough to force the Falcons to make the errors.
That's the one. That's the one we want to see.
Was great.
Joe, take the midcourt, take the pace off the shuttle, set up his partner, and Fiona will do that for him. If he takes the
Yep.
pace out of the shuttle, lay it off onto the net, Fiona will make the kills.
Yep. Yeah, so much about mixed is simply the guy
Look at
setting
that.
up.
There we go. Control the midcourt, make the attack.
Great.
Now we're seeing it. But can he continue to do this?
Yep.
This is what he needs to be doing. Just can he keep it up consistently?
Yeah, so again, just a couple of Joe shots. The last couple of shots Joe's hit have
Yeah.
worked out, but again, I still
There we
think
go.
he's-
Lovely midcourt.
that was probably his best one thus far. I still feel he's
Oh.
been trying to do a little bit. He's trying to be a little bit too close to the lines, trying to be a little bit too cute.
I think Joe gave him the point there. I think
Yeah,
he-
I think-
the shuttle hit the floor. There was it.
And I think it was maybe double hit, so I hit one. Maybe Joe clipped
Very
it or
fair of
something.
him.
Yeah,
Wasn't
very.
called by the umpire.
Nope. So yeah, great sportsmanlike
Great
conduct.
return.
And the Lady Luck has smiled upon them for their
Absolutely.
honesty and gifted them a net cord. So 4-all.
Bit of good karma coming back there for them, Brian. Huh?
Indeed, exactly. A little bit high, although Kate probably relaxing a little bit too much on that one.
Yeah. Sometimes you feel the need to force it when
Mhm.
when it hovers above the net like that.
Yes.
Where you should just stay calm, play it in. Because
Yes.
once you got them below level net, you're in favour to win the rally anyway.
Yeah, you already have the advantage, but I suppose a lot of people when they see that net shot or that loose
Out.
shot at the net, they
In.
feel they
Wow.
have to kill it. Oh no!
Wow.
Just
Looked out.
yes, I think the Falcons are maybe wishing the shuttle out a little bit, as opposed to just playing it. Like, just play the rally. Like, don't worry about getting easy points, because it's against these guys. You're not really going to get that many easy points.
See, Adam takes his time, steps up,
Yeah.
solid serve. But I have to say, Fiona's been brilliant, keeping the shuttle below level net.
She is. She's just dictating this. And Joe's doing his job again. Just
you'd have to say that at the minute, Fiona's winning the net exchange, and Adam's winning the rear court exchange.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, saying that,
great job from Joe.
Kate is playing a little bit deeper, so she's not really taking the challenge.
Yes.
They're playing more defensively because they're getting the errors from Joe.
Yeah.
But Fiona is setting up the attack a lot.
Yeah.
Just that controls the mid again.
Yeah. Just trying to be just trying to paint the lines, and he doesn't need to do that. I think his goal is to just be hit safe shots down the line, down the drives, into the midcourt, as you were saying, in order to really bring Fiona into the game more.
That time Kate winning the first three.
Yeah.
Good serve, finding the third shot. Look at that.
Oh, just getting a little confused here.
Yeah, I think Fiona made the call to leave.
Yeah, she did. That's unfortunate.
Let's see now how Kate serves 7-7.
Yeah.
And Joe really putting some pressure on.
Flick.
She's not going for the low serve anymore. Fiona again.
Oh my goodness,
this is what she's all about.
Fiona just
point
really
blank range.
Yep, I think Fiona's really just keeping them in this. Again, I maybe would have went for a power play there, but I guess they want to use it to win the set.
Good serve. Kate using her athletic ability there.
Nice.
You see that?
Taking that one early. Oh, cross-court smash.
But you see again, Fiona doing the right thing, making the block going forward. Although it was a little high, she's making the right moves. And I feel like Joe's now starting to feed off that.
Yes, I think Joe he's starting to understand, look, he doesn't have to win the shots. Fiona's playing great. She's dictating. She's controlling. Great. It was a good flick, but really good, really athletic move there by Kate. Just time. Able to get up there and clip that one down.
Such a big point now.
Yeah. A little awkward there from Joe, but hey,
nice
it works. Oh,
well up.
Fiona's got to move. Nice. Oh, that's so unlucky. She was in position. She was there.
Again, the big smile. I love it. So relaxed. 9-0.
Yeah.
On here we go, power play, crucial.
Again,
I feel this is the game changer.
This could be. Again, I feel that the Falcons have been doing so well to stay in these sets, but
Falcons don't get this. They're in big trouble.
Nice shot from Joe there. He's just great smash from Joe.
Great smash, and he lights up the crowd with that one.
Then the crowd
unbelievable,
goes wild.
The crowd knew how big that point was, Brian.
They understood it. They understood what was on the line.
That's so good about being in Whitehall Road. Such a big badminton community around here. Everybody understands the game, and you see a big point like that, and everybody reacts. Oh, great turn by Joe.
Great. There we go.
One set all. Let's do a quick switch.
Quick switch. See how this other match is going on, and they're
2-0.
2-0 to the Falcons.
Wow. Wow. It's starting to get exciting.
This is getting interesting.
I tell you what. Are we going to see another Liverpool and another Tottenham turnaround here?
We just might.
4-2, look dead and buried.
Yep.
Suddenly, second mix win the first two games. First mix pull back a game.
Indeed. We got Lucas Moore on for a hat-trick.
Absolutely. Such a momentum shift. I tell you what, Brian, you could be in trouble later on. Ashley could be playing in this final game.
She's good, yes. It's going to be nervous, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Oh, here we go.
There go Lauren. Oh, that was probably going out, but she hits it anyway. Cormac. Great cover there from Cormac. You know, that's always one in mixed is when the lady is at one corner that the man has to step up and cover her cross court, because that's where she's most vulnerable.
Nice return.
Nice score from Cormac, and did well to get back. And just a couple of uncharacteristic errors there from Lauren in the start of this game. Like the first one looked to be going out, but again, from this, we have to go from the camera angle that might have not been the case. But nice use of the corners there from Lauren.
Oh, there she goes.
Jumps at the net. There we go. So I think we'll move right back across to the other. Well, keep an eye on this one, but we're going to move back to this one. This seems to be like it could go either way. Nice one from Joe. Joe seemed just in the last couple of points, he's looked like he's reined it in a little bit. As I say that, he's just hit one out.
Yeah.
But he just looked to be reining in his shots a little bit, especially in that last set point.
I think with them winning that last game, they really need a good start here to get on top, and then maybe momentum will go their way. Is that in?
Yep. Look, just going by Joe's reaction. Yeah, because I feel they definitely need. They had an advantage in the first and second. Now they end up losing the first, and I think losing the second would have a big psychological blow for them.
Oh, there we go again.
Fiona is
She
just
is
carrying
on
this
fire.
game. Yeah.
She is on fire.
That's 2 or 3 in a row up the middle. She's cut out and hit a straight
Oh, there she
winner off.
goes. Look at that.
There we go. Nice.
I feel that Kate needs to take a step forward.
Mhm.
Having played with both these girls, Kate can play that style of Fiona's playing there,
Uh-huh.
and she can challenge her, but at the minute she's playing defensive. And now with Joe steadying up a little, Kate has to try and take that net back off Fiona.
Yeah. So the battle of the net, if Fiona's definitely willing. I wonder though is if Kate, a fantastically athletic player, would she need, for example, playing with a seasoned veteran like yourself, you would recognize that and then communicate that to her? Whereas do you think
Yeah.
Adam would maybe have that awareness on court to be able to
Yeah,
make that call?
Maybe a little bit. I think he is a very good mixed player, but both himself and the Kate, you see there's not a lot of communication.
Yeah.
Both doing their jobs quite good,
Mhm.
but they're not communicating with each other to change the game around.
Yes.
So they when they were defending and they were lifting and Joe was making the errors,
Mhm.
they were getting away with it. They were keeping Fiona out of the play.
Mhm.
Now Joe's up controlling the midcourt very well.
Yeah.
And Fiona's being set up and she's knocking off everything. They do need to make a change. Somebody has to say it, whether it's Kate or whether it's Adam. Someone has to say we need to change this.
Yeah, someone needs to take control and say, okay, let's try this or let's try this. Yeah, change the game plan. But again, it's just that when they're both, because they're both very athletic players, they have a lot of shots, they have a lot of power, they've got all the tools that they need.
Good
And
return.
it's a case of if the Falcons aren't playing great or they're making mistakes, they can just cruise control and they can roll over them. But it's just if the Falcons are playing together, if Fiona's dominating the net, it's do they have the awareness to be able to change the game and change their tactics to see when they're getting free
Yeah.
points like this, they're able to put
And
pressure
you see
on.
there, Kate made a great thing there where she was serve and she looked more aggressive at the front of the
Mhm.
court, where beforehand she had just let Fiona take control. Now she's serving and looking for the third shot.
Mhm.
She struggled a little bit on her serve to Joe. Oh, what happened there?
Well, maybe that was one of the points that Owen made about the lights. There's a few like darker patches where it's easy to lose it, so we'll give him the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt
we'll give
there.
him Owen did mention that. It's
He
a little
did
bit darker
indeed,
in
yep.
the corners tonight.
A little bit
Lovely.
listless there, but if Fiona pouncing
Yeah,
on that,
Look at that.
well,
Tucks the shuttle below level net, gets Adam below level net, forces a lift.
Yep.
She's setting up her player well. Match point on the other court.
okay, do you want to switch across quickly just to see this one? Okay.
Can Cormac and Lauren wrap this up and make it 4-3?
Oh,
Oh,
Lauren just being a little bit too eager
hitting the
there, but
Yonex A board there. Yonex the sponsors tonight. They'll be
Yeah.
delighted to get that mention.
Get a little intent.
Yeah.
The Yonex symbol on Owen's shirt as well, just to point that out there.
10 all.
That's
Oh,
just
wow.
two out the
Oh,
side
wow.
in a row. Okay, we just joined us at the right moment.
Can Owen make the serve? Can Lauren make
Set
the
point.
return?
Again, no setting in this format. Straight. Next point wins it.
Good return below level net. Super shot. Oh,
Oh.
what athleticism.
Oh, no!
wow.
And he puts it in the net. They had the opportunity right there to put it.
And Joe and Fiona just steal the other one on the other court.
Oh
This
my
is heating
goodness.
up, Brian.
We don't.
Ailesbury needed that. They
Oh,
needed
they
to wrap
definitely-
that up, make it 4-3,
Yes.
and then things would have heated up.
Yeah.
I think Joe and Fiona now are the pair looking in control, and suddenly maybe Owen and Grace have got themselves back in here.
Yes, because I think that even now, this is going to be where it'll be a real test of Falcons' characters in, because now there'll be a little bit of doubt creeping in, because they
Yeah.
won the first two and they were expected to win that third.
I
whereas-
see, yeah, definitely. And I
Yeah.
see Eddie out there coaching, and I see on the far side, interestingly, Steve O'Mahony out coaching Grace. So he's a fantastic tactician,
Mhm.
Steve, and he'll know exactly where the gaps are, where to find them.
Mhm.
He'll be telling them, you know, you need to be taking the net, you need to be controlling it. He'll be giving them really good advice. On the
Mhm.
far side, Eddie maybe giving a bit of advice to the Ailesbury guys. So
Yeah.
this is heating up.
This is tough, because I think also psychologically they would have wanted to wrap this one up in 3,
Yeah.
just to really stamp their authority on the match overall, to say, okay, we're still in this. And they were wanted to have this match done and dusted as soon as possible as well. So I think we'll keep an eye on this one, just to see how it develops. But we'll be nipping across back to the one we were watching here.
Yeah, can Joe and Fiona keep this momentum going and win this 3-1?
Yes.
We'll see. Joe has really steadied up now. Fiona is starting to control the front. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so 1-1. Start of the set. Momentum with the Falcons. However, every set has been 1 or 2 points in it. So it's definitely really, really close. And is that a service fault called?
Oh, Carol, yeah. She
Indeed.
made the call from the service judge there. I wonder, was it too high? Not sure.
Yeah. Normally, yes. Normally, well, I suppose the umpire would have informed the player, but always a little bit of a bitter one.
Yeah.
A service fault. Because
Carol, another very experienced umpire and service judge. She does a number of the big events internationally, so I'm pretty confident that whatever she's seen, that she'll know exactly what it is and what kind of faults to pick out if the players are making them. Oh, that's uncharacteristic from
very
Adam.
uncharacteristic of Adam. Yeah, so the calling a fault serve is a lot more complicated in badminton than it is,
Wow.
like, for example, for tennis. You know, tennis is their toe on the line? No. Well, then they can pretty much serve it however they want.
Yeah.
Whereas badminton is a lot more factors to take into consideration. So much more technical.
Here we go. Fiona just looking so confident at the minute.
Yeah, 1 or 2 on first errors, but then just the amount of winners and the amount of pressure that she's exerting on court.
Here, I would definitely be saying to Kate, take on the net. Don't keep lifting. Joe's really finding this attack. Fiona's cutting out. Momentum's their way. They've got to change it up. They don't
Yeah, 'cause as you say that, notice that Kate, right off the return of serve, lifted it up, and she didn't want to take Fiona on at the net. She didn't want to be a part of that exchange.
Even if it's not a net on Fiona, a little mid-court push to Joe. You see again, she's just losing that battle each time.
Yeah. Just again, Fiona is, as you said, taking it above net, above the level of the net each time, and Kate is just having to react and taking it below. And of course, that then gives the Falcons extra time.
Now she's going for the firm return onto the body, and again, just not happening for her at the minute for Kate. Maybe those little pushes down into the mid-court set up the lift for Adam, because Adam's big, tall, strong. He can make those winners as well. On this side, that's a great shot.
Looked good from here, but
yeah.
Yep, there we go. Again, Fiona, a couple of her serves are going a little bit too high, but she's getting away with it. I think she understands in these big games, it's better to be slightly too high than, into the net.
Yeah, that's true.
At least make your opponents, just like that, just make your opponent hit the winner. You know, make them hit that extra shot.
Yeah, and Kate's a really good server as well, and I think she's now starting to play a bit more percentage, not trying to play it. It's a really good serving action.
Yeah.
Again, there, brilliant by Adam. He's getting a below level net in the mid. Kate a little bit shy at the minute to cut out. Oh no.
Oh, she worked that perfectly. She worked that so well. Adam and Kate both working really well together. They got the attack, they got the short lift, just snatched at it a little bit. That one from Kate. 7-5. Both power plays used in the Falcons.
Oh no, it's 8.
Oh, just a score.
Scoreboard's just a little bit behind. Oh, there we
nice
go. Fiona getting confident now.
Oh, straight to the body.
Joe is now really reacting well.
Again,
controlling that midcourt.
He's controlling the midcourt, as you pointed out, and also he's not going for the lines the way we've seen him in the first 2 games.
That's the push I wanted to see from Kate. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Push it down past Fiona, below level net, make Joe do something.
Yeah, you make him try to come up with something special.
6-9. Good return again.
Nice shot from Fiona.
Wow.
Almost got a little bit of net court, but again, just really good service return. Not much Adam could do. He was always scrapping for that one.
It's match point. And this is to put Ailesbury right back in there. Put the pressure onto Mount P again.
Nice.
Great return.
Good shot from Joe. Fiona just keeping them in the rally.
Joe. Oh, wow.
Where was he aiming?
Yeah.
Where was he aiming?
That is a 6 in cricket. That is right outside the boundary.
I noticed if you ever watch ice hockey, they always announce, please always keep your eye on the puck at all times, because it tells shit into the crowd. We might have to start announcing that after that shot. Please keep your eye on the shuttle at all times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is known to go into the crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
someone almost had a souvenir to take home.
They did. Yes.
Here we go.
So just a little
play just being slowed down. Power play. They need this. They need this now.
The power play still only brings them to 9.
Yeah. Great serve.
Great serve.
Great find the gap.
Fiona.
There we are. I think it's a match.
It is now a match. I think it's very fitting that Fiona got to hit the winning shot right there at the net.
Absolutely. She was absolutely fantastic there. Match point on the other side. Oh, game point.
So now we flick across right back into the action. It is another game point for the Mavericks.
Wow. that could make it 2-all. It's really
Gets a little bit of a net cord right there. Cormac has to move, and he doesn't.
2-2.
My goodness.
What a great way to pick this up now, huh?
Yeah, are they on course for the reverse sweep? The first reverse sweep we will see of the night.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there on the last match. Fiona making that winning shot. She dominated the front of the court, set up Joe the whole match. I think Joe got better as the match went along.
Yes.
He did his job much better in the next couple of games. Here we go again. Dave Gannon back on court, giving some wisdom. Dave, a very good player himself. He's been in a number of finals down here in Whitehall Road, so he'll not be surprised by how this match is going. He'll know. He'll seen these things before. He'll have experienced them and the atmosphere of the crowd. Steve O'Mahony using his experience here, talking to Grace, talking to Owen. Look, you can see they're already pointing out, Owen, there's the gap. And then Steve saying to Grace, this is what you need to do. There will be some really good information being passed across there, but it's all about who can put it into play when the pressure is on. Of course, huge pressure on Ailesbury, because if they do not win this game, it's all over.
It is all over.
If they win this game, we're going down to a 5-4 match.
It is indeed. It's going down to the last, and I think it's what everybody secretly wanted here tonight.
Oh, we want it.
Yes.
We want to see it, Brian. Here we go.
Oh,
Cormac, come on.
just a little bit, a few unforced errors there.
You gotta feel like it's a battle of if Lauren can dominate or if Owen can dominate.
Lady Luck. Yes, definitely. I think those are the two playmakers. I think Cormac, again, has very athletic, a lot of good shots, but needs to play in a way that sets up Lauren and effectively just plays around what Lauren decides to do.
And Grace is a nice, steady player. She serves very well.
Great shot.
She takes the net very well. So Grace won't give away very many easy errors. So it's just a matter of whether Cormac can keep the control and set up Lauren, because she will put a lot of shuttles on the ground.
Yep. So having to play a bit of defense right here. Getting the unforced error from Owen.
High lift by her, nice relaxed action. No problem, 3-1. I think if they can get her into the play, Lauren will dominate this game. She's played very good mixed all season. There we go. That's what we want to see.
Nice
Cormac control in the midcourt. Grace did brilliantly there to cut that out.
Cormac normally, he's normally very good at cutting out covering the net, the opposite net, the cross net for wherever Lauren is. But again, just getting caught out a little bit there on defense. Had to scramble back, just not able to get into position.
Good return, a little change of formation there. Get Cormac to the
front. I was going to say, it's bold. It's a bold move.
Yeah, another unforced error. Let's see if we can get these rallies going again. Great push.
Very again.
Grace is playing great here.
Yeah, she was just able to take that so early.
Doing a shot that's so crucial for the lady mixed, where she deadens the shuttle. Lots of pace coming at her, and she just pits the racket up and deadens the shuttle. It's not an easy shot, that.
No, you can get a some.
Oh, here we go.
That's normally Lauren's bread and butter. She normally puts those in the right positions to win the point.
And it's looking all Mount P at the minute.
Yep. All power plays have been used.
4-5.
Yep, the clips are empty. They've used all their ammunition.
Here we
go.
As
far as the power play is concerned, it's just got a straight up play.
Great serve. Great cut out.
Shot.
Wow.
That's what we're used to seeing from Lauren. There she is.
That is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Not a particularly bad return. Lots of pace, pushed to the long corner, and out of nowhere she
just
intercepts it.
Read like a book.
I see how the serve fall.
It's a nice
awkward serve as well, isn't it?
Lauren just...
Why is she targeting Owen?
Just trying to keep the pressure on. Oh, little kiss.
Well,
unlucky.
See the change of pace there by Owen. Gets that short lift, and he is on it.
Yeah, now he's changed sides here at 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Due to being the final set. Normally in up to 21 you'd be changing at 11, but 6 is the number in the BPL, as it's only up to 11. The halfway point.
6-5, 5th set, 4-3. Doesn't get much closer.
Yeah, it does not get much closer. We're getting into injury time.
You can see some of the players
looking a little nervous.
Lacey over there, Shane Gilday warming up. They're still being ready. They're prepared.
Those players who are supposed to play last, they gotta get mentally prepared. You gotta expect mentally that Ailesbury will take this and go to a 5th. Nice shot from Lauren there. Cormac putting a lot of pressure on there.
Whoa, it's 6-all. It
Sixes.
is getting
Yep.
really, really close.
There you go, Lauren. Just again, this is what we're used to seeing from her. She must have went to sleep for a game or two, or perhaps those tactics you talked about from the having a little bit of an influence from the other
Yeah.
players. Great shot by Owen right there.
Yeah, Owen's playing really well. I have to say,
Oh, there's lots-
Grace has done very well. She's really
Indeed.
controlled her area, set up Owen well at the front.
Nice.
Again, covering some good ground there. And again, solid on defense. Oh, gotta leave that for Owen to take.
They got
Look, Lauren
Lauren
solid.
somehow got
What
that
a
back. Oh my
shot.
goodness.
You had to feel that was gonna go Mount P. Or
Definitely.
Yeah, to Mount P. And where did you get that from?
No idea. I definitely felt that Mount P had swung that momentum in their favor. They did.
So-
They did a lot of things right
It goes from 6-5 to 7-6.
in the blink of an eye.
Here we go.
Nice
Nice.
shot by Cormac. Right, got to put some.
Oh, it's.
Why did he not hit the straight shot there? Just put the heat on it.
We're screaming out for consistency,
We
and we're
are.
getting wild badminton.
We're getting
7-all, Brian. No power plays left. This is a straight
This is-
shootout.
It is indeed.
Oh, that was wild by Lauren as well. Oh, it's
It
out.
might have been.
Ah!
Lauren actually tripped over herself
Yeah,
to get that one.
she wasn't ready for the next
Uh
shot.
oh.
Grace at the back. This is agonizing. You can hear
Oh,
the goal.
Lauren!
Wow, what a shot.
Whoa.
Lauren had actually stopped there.
That was that was her baseball bat swing right there. Just
Wow.
teed it up and whack
8-7.
cross court
We're
for the
3
winner.
points away from a deciding game.
The fifth, the one that we all came here to see.
Cormac doing really well now, steady as he can
Good
be.
serve, solid serve.
Solid.
Lauren taking it early.
The on attack. Oh, why did Grace leave that?
No idea. I think that the dare I say the smash was so high that he felt that she was deceived that it must have been some sort of punch clear and that Owen
We're
would have
2
gotten it.
points off going into the deciding match.
Going
the
the
crowd
distance.
tonight are getting value for their money.
Definitely. Oh, clips the tape as it goes over. It looks short from here, but
It's in!
oh my goodness.
Can you believe it? 10-7. Crowd, Ailesbury crowd go wild.
There we
Oh,
go.
I tell you what,
stomping
Will
their feet.
Lacey and Shane are bouncing around. They're really getting the warm up.
Oh,
8-10.
Lauren. That's okay. Still got a couple of set points in
Atmosphere
this one.
is crazy out there.
Gee, electric.
Oh, there
And
it
they've done
is.
it. They've done
4-all. Can you believe it?
4-all, ladies and gentlemen.
I
we are
can't believe
going
what I'm seeing here, Brian.
to a fifth and final match.
Liverpool done it. Spurs done it. Are we now going to see Ailesbury Falcon do it? I tell you
Yeah.
what, Dave Gannon must have been giving them the old Liverpool team talk.
He
here.
must have.
Dare we believe?
Yes.
huh?
Dave Gannon probably has a Liverpool tattoo.
Yeah, I think he might be wearing the Mo Salah t-shirt here. Never give up. Well, there you go. 4-4.
My goodness. This is what we love about sports.
This is badminton at its best. Joe Ledwich taking a deep breath there.
He is indeed.
Look at this. Let's just take a look at those scores.
Oh,
Wow.
We have and that was
4-all.
4
15
all.
games to 13. 246 points to 250 points. 4 points a difference, Brian.
After all of this badminton, only 4 points sort out that difference. Like, that is such a small margin when you think how close the team, like how many matches we're playing. And
Tell you
think
what,
Mount P were sitting 3-1 up, looking like they were going to sweep this.
yeah, these statistics speak for themselves. You
Mhm.
cannot lie about that. 250 plays 246. 4 games all. 1 mix to play. Ailesbury Falcons, Shane Gilday, and a lady that you know quite well, Ashley
Yes.
Coyne, against Willie Lacey and Astia. What's your predictions?
Well, I think there's only one team I can say I think's going to win. I think I'm kind of tied to that one if I fear for my physical well-being.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, considering I'm 1 drink up here,
Yeah.
we'll go double or quits.
Sounds good.
You're with the
I'll
Falcons. That
100
gives me no choice. Then I have to support Mount Pleasant.
It sounds
so,
good to me.
So it's 1 drink to 0 at the minute towards myself.
Sounds
And we've got 1 match to go, so it's doubles or quit.
Doubles or quits, and what better way to finish off the finals here is in the decider. So the last time these two teams played, it went down to the last match. It was 4-all and went down to this match.
this.
And now the players aren't the same. Shane and Ash played together.
But I believe it was Nigel Boyne.
It was Nigel Boyne.
Georgina
Yep.
Ward, if my memory serves me well.
It was indeed.
Nigel Boyne, a great player as well.
Very good player.
Georgina, fantastic player.
Yep.
Didn't make it tonight, but not to worry.
Yep.
Holidays for Georgina. Okay, she chose the BPL finals night. We can't forgive her for that. Georgina, if you're watching out there, a shout out from the BPL team.
Yes.
Enjoy your holidays, and I'm sure that you'll be supporting Mount Pleasant Mavericks here.
Mm-hmm. So all very jealous, I'm sure, on your holidays. So, but we're stuck here in the.
See Dave Murphy doing a bit of presenting there. Dave, a fantastic guy, really involved in all of the Leinster, badminton, and badminton Ireland as well. Puts in huge hours. A great volunteer. Some of those guys out there that volunteer for these events, they really, really deserve so much credit, putting in so much time and effort. Look how great the hall looks tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't set up itself. You see the stands, you see the fans coming out. I believe there's a number of cheap promos on the drinks as well. So anyone out there who doesn't like badminton but likes drinking, get down here.
Come on out. There's plenty of room for everybody.
Yeah,
Also chatting.
absolutely. We don't discriminate against.
Of course.
But even if you're not a badminton fan, this is going to be such a dramatic end. 4-4 and very evenly balanced mixed. I'm predicting a nervous start here. We were seeing some high saves already, but what are we going to see here?
I think it'll be an interesting. I'd probably see the Mavericks getting off to maybe the better start, because I believe as both of their players have already played this evening. Whereas Shane and Ash have actually, whereas Shane and Ash, this will be their first match. Yeah. They won't have had those couple of sets to maybe get used to the hall, maybe to get the match jitters out.
Absolutely, yeah, that's true. When you think of it that way, it is always nice to get a feel. And this hall does play differently depending on how warm it is, what speed the shuttles are. Yep. It's a tight environment. The fans are right beside you. You don't have much room when it goes to the back of the court. But it's also what makes it so brilliant to play in, because the atmosphere is fantastic.
Yes, no, definitely. It's a great hall to play in. And I was, again, when you mentioned about volunteers, chatting to Dave before this, one of the line judges actually drove all the way from Galway to call lines for this night. So that is commitment.
Absolutely.
To events like this. So yeah, I think it's.
Here we go. It's the showdown.
So here it is with the entire season of matches, the entire night's play, only 4 points in it in total, and this is what we are
that nervous wait. 4-all. Willie Lacey, here we go. Nastia up against Shane and Ashley.
Shane and Ash, very accomplished pair in the BPL. Yeah. I don't know if they're undefeated now, but I know they definitely have a winning record and a very strong pair. They play very well together.
Absolutely. I don't think that they've. I can't remember them losing any matches so far this season. Seamus Halpin on the chair.
Again, experience. He was calling, so he was service judging earlier, so just getting his time in the spotlight now. I
have to say, it's really fantastic to see these umpires putting in so much effort, giving up their time, really supporting the BPL. Seamus is one of those guys that goes around a number of events around Europe. We've got another umpire, Catherine Dolphin, who's recently qualified. It's nice to see that we're not just only sending players out there competing on the circuit, but we're also got court officials who are really stepping up and becoming world class at the jobs they do.
Yes, of course. Again, getting that international experience, I believe, some All England experience as well. One of the largest badminton tournaments in the world. We have some of our umpires having experience umpiring and line calling at those events. Yeah. So it's good to see them bring that level of experience then to the likes of the BPL nights. So you know that you're in good hands. These guys know what they're doing.
Crowd moving in around this court now.
Definitely creeping. Everyone's squishing in, trying to get every available inch of space.
The two courts, is a great setup, and now I can see people shifting down. It's going to be such an electric atmosphere for this last game.
It will be a very interesting matchup here, as I feel Shane, a very good mixed player, but maybe doesn't have the out-and-out power that we would have from we would see maybe from the likes of Cormac or Adam and the other matches. So, but definitely controls the place. Doesn't make a lot of unforced errors, and is a very, very good mixed player. In that sense, whereas obviously Willie we've seen play earlier, very flary, very wristy. He's going to come up with a lot of good shots.
Willie is the kamikaze man of badminton.
Definitely.
It's not a shot that he probably hasn't played.
Yes.
Or
intentionally or unintentionally.
Yeah. You see one actions, double actions, triple actions.
Yeah.
He has so much flair, so many different variations in what he can do with the shuttle. Shane's not like that. Shane is steady, solid. He's the guy that will be out there keeping the shuttle on the court, making very few mistakes, and keeping a consistent level within the rallies. And then you're going to have that battle at the front of the court. I feel that Ashley is one of those players, and especially in the last number of seasons, she's improved her front court so much. She can up there and control. Nastia, I feel, is a little bit more comfortable coming off the net, and she'll look to defend and counter attack. Where Ashley would be more the stereotypical mixed player that will come in and look to cut out.
Yeah, absolutely. Her Ashley's, I've seen her win matches just based on her net tumbles, so she's very good, and obviously being as tall as she is able to cut out. But yeah, I agree. I think Nastia probably, if it gets into more of a mid-court battle, I'd say she's probably a little bit more comfortable. She's more comfortable maybe seeing the gaps and changing the pace safe.
Don't be you'll see that position where Willie Lacey will go forward and Nastia will come back. Don't be surprised to see that happens quite often with this partnership. Because Willie's so fast, he likes to hit and come forward. Nastia is strong enough to control the back. So they can work in that position as well.
I've seen that a little bit actually between Lauren and Cormac. You know, sometimes Lauren was actually coming back, allowing as she would be strong enough and also have enough court savvy to be able to dictate and know where to hit the shuttle, and then Cormac, that kind of allows him a little more freedom to roam and maybe take some risks at the net.
Absolutely. Now, are Ailesbury going to do the clean sweep, or will Mount Pleasant steal the biggest title of the year off them? This is it all boils down to this.
It does indeed.
I can see Brian there's about to pull on his Mavericks, his Falcons top. I have my Mavericks top on standby.
Of course.
Drinks on the line. This is really important for not only the players out there, but us boys in the comedy booth.
Indeed. A lot on. Everyone has something on the line.
Here we go. Listen to that. What a reception.
Feet stomping.
I believe that's the Falcons. That's the Ailesbury crowd.
Right, so again, he's probably expecting Mavericks to get off to a little bit of a more sharper start just because they've played already, but we'll see how this goes.
Wow.
It's a very high serve to start with. Obviously a little bit nervous.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Don't think we can fault anyone there.
So I'd say almost, so we'll obviously do our analogy, but oh no, is this as the iPad? Are we having technical difficulties?
Wow. The drama continues. The drama continues.
Okay, so some sort of technical difficulties just on the score. Of course, of all nights and times to have, this is the first time this has actually happened in all of our coverage of the BPL, I believe. And of course, of all games, of all nights, it has to be the last match on the last night.
We've got the tech team ready to...
So this would be an extra challenge. I wonder who this would benefit more.
Here we go. There's Phil McKeown. Phil McKeown's excellent at setting up these systems. He's done a fantastic job all year. We're going to blame Seamus Halpin on this one.
Yeah, well,
we were singing his praises before the match.
Yeah, so we'll keep him making line calls and solving disputes.
With all tech it can happen, and
to the best of them.
Maybe Seamus has secretly got something on there that he's watching. Maybe it's a Game of Thrones he's trying to catch up on.
He's trying to catch up, yes.
Philip in there. Season 4. Number 3, episode 3.
Nice, okay, we got that. It's just buffering. Don't worry about it. Just give it a sec.
No problem. Crow getting involved. Shane Gilday playing the guitar. Ashley in the zone.
Trying to keep warm, trying to keep moving.
Look at this professional. A little smile. Oh.
A little Mexican. It's too bad we can't see it on the other side. We had a little bit of a Mexican
wave. What an atmosphere.
Never thought I'd see that at a badminton match, but here you go. We've seen it all now. We've got Mexican waves. We've got.
Oh,
There we go again. Is it going to make all the way around?
I think what's happening here is we're changing paths from the other
see.
court.
Okay.
Maybe a little battery timeout or something like that. Well, it gives us more time to sit back and
Hype
enjoy.
this matchup. Just a little announcement there from Dave.
Dave Murphy, I think he's going to start karaoke quite soon.
At this rate.
Yeah, somebody get that sorted.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
quick.
we're going to have a karaoke competition down there.
Oh my goodness, yes, for everyone's. Oh, think we. Yep, there we go.
There we go. We're back. One love.
Yep.
Gilday Coin.
One love up again.
We start again.
First set will be interesting, but I wouldn't read too much into it. So here we go. Ash's first serve of the night. See how this goes.
Good serve.
Pretty solid.
Great
Gets
serve.
down forced area off Willie.
Yeah, 2 love.
That's all it needs. Does the job.
Willie looking like a tiger ready to pounce
Ready
there.
is indeed. Ooh, it's in there from Shane. Just kind of solid. Puts it deep. Didn't have a lot of options. Just
Doing the right thing. Doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to see. Body push
Ooh.
by Will.
Yep.
And
Put him
just
under
as we
pressure.
said, Shane doing the right thing. Misses an easy turn on defense.
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, nice one. Again, not a big power smash. It didn't. Not a big wind up. Just sees the space and just flips it
4-1,
in.
Early lead. The momentum shift to the Falcons has not stopped. Ah, there. What we talked about. Nastia, not afraid at all to play from the rear court.
Yeah, very comfortable at the back
Physically
there.
very strong. Let's see if she can improve the serve this time.
Yeah. Well, in theory, she couldn't get too much worse from the. Yep,
Good, yeah.
much nicer there.
Oh, Will.
Again, just great shot from Will. Not Will. Sorry, Shane. Just putting it right in front of Will there. Just unable to cover that.
Good serve by Ashley
Oh.
again. The nerves not getting to her. Will
Nice.
up. Will
Is
covering
Ash
a lot of court
happy
there.
enough to stay back and hit a couple drives. Ooh. I think it looked in either way. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if that had bounced first,
Yeah,
but
no,
I think either way that looked in.
yeah, I have to agree. I think that one was going to be in.
Great tumble there from Ash.
Again, we're seeing another forehand serve in the mixed.
Yep.
From the man.
Yeah, indeed. Seen that. Seen it for a
Cormac
couple
Megan.
people. Yep. Bringing it back.
Look at that. Shane looking solid. Keeping
Inch-
his opponents in the back line. Just doing the simple stuff.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
baited. Jay baited.
Excellent.
Just threw the bait out on the line and she bit. Just brushed that one off. Great play.
7-3.
Great shot by us there to get the lift. Let's see what Shane. Oh. I think he was in two minds about that one.
Yeah, and he was pinned to the baseline.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt a little bit tight with the crowd beside him and just went for the safe return. Didn't
Yeah.
put enough weight on it.
Yep.
But I tell you what, they really have control. They've got the attack, and that's what we talked about earlier.
Nice.
This control from the front by Ashley, just taking the weight off the shuttle, hitting their opponents below level net, setting up Shane. Complementing each other very well, this pair.
Nice shot by Shane there, just finding the space.
Shane's lifting a little bit too much.
He's especially also cross court, then
Yeah.
putting Ash under pressure, so then that Willie is hitting down the line at Ash. And again, as we said earlier, Ash, very accomplished mixed player, but not her strength when she's having to play defense. Yeah, so again, if Ash is back playing defense, something's went wrong.
Yeah.
We want to see her at the net. We want to see her cutting things out.
Oh,
Good shot.
Willie getting away with the cross court lift that we
Indeed
talked
there.
about.
Oh, Shane trying to do a little bit too much. I feel
Wow,
just
this game looked wrapped up, and then
did
suddenly
indeed all of a sudden.
7-8.
Yep, just a little bit of pressure then from the Mavericks. They just kind of woke up.
Wide serve.
Oh, another wide return from Shane.
Good by
there.
Nasty that time, just laying
Yep.
off doing a simple net.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's a cheap point.
Yeah, it was indeed. Must have been a very good lift by Ash because
Yeah.
Willie wasn't even really close to the net.
Funny, both men pinned on the back line made the easy error there.
Yeah.
They're just maybe trying a little bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah, feeling they have to do too much with it. Oh, Shane actually, the tactical lift there, which you don't often see, and great smash again.
Yeah, across
not
the body.
Not very powerful, but just in the exact right place at the inner hip.
Yeah.
Point 7.
Well, there you go. First game point goes to the Falcons.
Service over.
Good serve.
Yep.
Right shot by Ashley, just forced it a little bit too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, just a little unforced error.
8-10. Would have we thought maybe a power play there? Or maybe they're saving it for
Must
a
be
game
saving
point?
it. again,
which
this is ju-
may not come.
yeah, that's the thing. I personally just like to get them used.
This
Yeah,
is
we'll
a definitely
definitely
power play
yeah.
coming here.
They should definitely use it here, just because again, if you steal
Yeah,
a set,
absolutely. We all
It's-
predicted it.
yeah, because it's just such a psychological blow.
And
if
the
you
word
can
you
steal
used
a
there,
set.
Brian, steal. This will
Yeah.
be a steal.
Indeed,
'Cause
they've been down the whole
Ailesbury-
match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've been down the entire set. Nice shot. They've got
Oh, a
the
little
opportunity.
push, clever push.
Great shot again by Shane. Ash probably should have taken that one.
Bit reluctant maybe to
Go,
take
go.
it. Oh, it's so good. What a
Great
shot.
Very well
There you
played
go.
right there. Again, I feel
I think Willie didn't actually realise that he
hit
did win
it
that.
in. Yeah. Again, they should have had that one. They got that one swept out from underneath them. Even in that last rally, a couple of them Ash probably should have come out to take. But even that, Shane was playing well enough to keep him in it. But then just that last, when Shane had a bit of space, when he probably should have put a smash down, he ended
Yeah.
up hitting almost like a punch clear.
Absolutely.
And that then allowed Willie the space to hit
Yeah,
the
in the last
cross-court.
rally, you could see everybody was playing safe, and then
Yep.
suddenly when Willie injected the pace, came up, took it early, turned across,
Yep.
that's when the winner became.
Yep.
Everybody was playing a little bit cagey, a little bit safe.
Yep.
As you said, Ashley, and what she had done so well to get them the lead, coming out and looking and intercepting,
Yep.
she was a little bit of fate, and that's understandable with
Yep.
the score being game point on each side.
Mhm.
And Shane controlled it quite well, but it was always going to be the first person to
Mhm.
change the pace and really go for it that was going to win the rally.
Yep.
And that's what Willie did, and he got the reward.
There you go.
11-10.
What a start. As I said, probably didn't need it. As I said, I don't think the first set's necessarily going to be too crucial in this one. Just in the sense that both are going to be kind of nervous. Again, it's their first. It's the Falcons' first set this tonight. So again, another great service return there by Shane. Something he does so well. But that push to the middle that you've been asking mixed
All night.
the player all night.
I've been asking for this, but
Finally, you got someone.
yeah.
A little bit high there, but I thought they were going to get away with that. But Willie just too risky.
Ashley had served so well in the first game. Maybe now with you
Yeah.
know, when you lose that game when you've been winning, it adds
Yeah.
a little bit more pressure. Again, but
Great
the
shot
returns
by
are good.
Ash.
Again, there we go. Love to see it.
Yep.
Lady, take the net, get it below level of net.
Mhm.
Man, step up in the mid. That's mixed doubles.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Good again, below level net. Oh, what a
Great.
turn.
Nice.
Willie seemed to almost hurt himself a little bit there, but he did well to make that shot.
It did indeed. I never seen anyone get away with as many cross-court lifts as Sheen does in
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah, he's getting away with them
He
tonight.
does indeed. Sadly, that serve just not sharp enough. Willie, I wouldn't be surprised in seeing flick Willie a little bit because the last couple he's served
Yeah.
returns short. He just looks so sharp.
Yeah, and he's hit body every time. Oh,
Just snatched a little bit there by Ash.
3-3.
True.
Here we go. Nice.
Nice.
Turn off the body. You could see Shane really put on the pace. There, this is where Willie's good. He mixes the shuttle so well. You could see there a lot of players would just get up and hit the big power smash.
Yep.
Willie chose the slower reverse to the middle,
Mhm.
put Shane below level net, Shane left, and then he attacked him onto the hip.
Yep.
Well, Nastia did, and that's what forced the error.
Yep.
Good again.
Nice one
now
by Ash.
Nastia is first on the net.
She definitely is. Yeah. So even when Ash is hitting the first shot, Nasty is definitely, I think, controlling the net more.
Yeah, she's higher now.
She's a more presence at the net. It feels like she's taking up more of their like head space where they're thinking, right, I can't hit the shuttle in this area unless she
Yeah.
gets it.
And Willie's just running and running because Nasty is now playing a lot higher up the
Yes.
court.
So again, I feel that Willie's covering a lot of ground, but I don't feel that that's where they're getting their most bang for buck. I don't think that's where they're strongest because I think that Shane and Ash kind of cover that cross-court exchange better.
Yeah.
So it feels when Willie's hitting the straight drops and straight clears that's when they're
Yeah,
at their best.
court lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Willie just came up forward there, took the pace of the shuttle, got
Yeah.
below level net, forced them to do something. It's interesting to see these low wide forehand
It is
serves being
indeed.
used.
Shot.
Yeah, it's in.
Look good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, though, Mavericks were looking good in that rally up until that. Ash just stepping out to the side, cutting that one out to change a bit of a momentum switch in that set. Or in that point, sorry.
Shane, great server.
Mhm.
He's looked rock solid this match.
Great return there from
there we go.
Ash.
Bad choice, Will.
I think it was a
Cross-court
bad.
smash. Ashley in a good position, and she was really solid on the
Yeah.
return. Nice. I like to see the the amount of conversation going on here, a lot of tactics being discussed, a lot of thinking going on. Oh,
Lucky.
there was me praising Shane there.
Yep. But again, we've seen Shane coming in with the flick there. That's just a testament to how well Willie's been doing off the short serve.
Great serve. Oh, lucky one, but found a third well.
Nice.
Nasty, I did. Love it. Great. Take the pace out by Ashley.
Oh, great shot by Shane.
He's mixing it well. Oh.
That's been.
Well.
Again, I'd like to see a little bit more variety coming off the strings of Ash. I feel that she's doing well to cut stuff out, but I feel it's because she's always cutting it out straight. It's becoming a little bit predictable.
Good return by Shane below level net.
Yep.
Forcing. Oh, Willie, be ready. Be ready for that cross.
Yep.
We've seen Shane do it a number of times.
He's doing it all. He's been doing
He's
it.
getting away with it.
Yep, he is indeed. Oh, again, just an uncharacteristic error from Ash right there. That's normally her bread and butter. She normally gets those day in, day out.
Yeah, the thing about it is, though, I think Will's putting enough pace on it that Ashley should nearly almost be leaving it to Shane.
Yeah.
When she makes intercepts, they win a power play, is it?
Yep.
This
Fantastic.
is interesting.
Love seeing the earlier power plays.
9-8.
Here we go.
Game point.
Just trying to muscle this one over the finish line
To make it 1-all in the final game.
Oh, again,
A
uncharacteristic.
A great save by Mount P.
Was indeed.
9-all. They're going for theirs. No. They are.
Yeah.
Wow. The crowd are loving it.
Here we go. Right, guys.
This is to go 2-0 and put Mount P in the driving seat.
Put them 2 sets to love up. It's a big point. Good serve. Great return by Shane.
Shane was quicker off the mark than Usain Bolt.
He was indeed.
He was so fast off the mark there.
Absolutely pounced on that one. Took a gamble, and the gamble paid off.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. If someone puts in a flick and suddenly, it's game over, but it was worth the risk.
Was indeed.
He got the reward. 10-9 now.
That was brave.
Oh, wow. What a moment. 10-10. Game point all.
Well. Still game point each. Still anyone's game. You just got to shrug that one off. That's wide.
Wide. 2 missed serves in a row. Missed serve by Ashley. Missed serve by Willie. And that ends the game. That just
is indeed.
With the BPL, the 11 points, it creates these moments.
It does these things to people because neither of these players, both of these players have very solid serves. And then Willie, we haven't seen very many unforced errors off the serve from him at all the entire night. But that wasn't even that close. That missed I think that missed length and width.
Yeah, I think with the major changes to badminton and with the low serve coming in, changing more to the backhand, it's for that reason. There's less variables, it's less prone to break down when it comes to the big serve, especially for the man in mixed.
Less moving parts.
Yeah. It's the biomechanics is just, it's shorter, it has less chance of breaking down. The longer movement you could see, it was a good 2 inches wide. Ashley's hit the neck cord, but you've got to be really, really on form to be using that low forehand serve all the time. But I tell you what, Willie and earlier Cormac, they both done it very well tonight. And it does give them that added addition of creating angles, wide serves down through the middle, which is difficult to deal with. So,
also be if players are not used to seeing it, it'll be a little more difficult for them to read.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great shot. Again, Ash getting the nice tumble, getting the short lift, and then Shane, not the most powerful player, however, just really precise and really knowledgeable about where to hit his smashes, which just makes him that much more effective.
Good serve.
Great shot.
Shane ready in the middle, tried to turn, but that was actually the side that Nasty was pressurizing. So,
just wide there from Willie.
I tell you what, this game is getting closer and closer. There's nobody in the crowd that knows who's going to come out on top. And
a great tumble by Ash. She probably should have went for that one, and I think
Shane wild.
I think Shane thought Ash was going to take that
for the old backhand cross lift again.
Yeah, I think that one surprised him a little bit. I think he thought Ash had that, so it was kind of kind of had to think of something last minute.
Nice.
Little smash. Oh, Shane anticipated that one.
Good drive.
Hit a really good crosscourt drive. Followed it in. Got the shot right back to him, but then just tried to do too much with that last shot.
3-2 Mavericks. The sign there from Nasty.
Service over.
Ash ready for that one, but
Too high. Just
a
simply,
little
it was a little bit too high.
yep. 3-all. One
And-
set apiece. Great serve. There's Ash cutting that one out.
Oh, Willie, a bit of flair with the forehand fade. Power. That's what
just dips
Nastia is really, really strong at.
Yep.
It's great for Will because he can make that commitment to go forward, hit the shuttle below level net.
Yep.
She's got the power to put it away.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see a little bit more variation from Shane as far as the pace is concerned.
And again, Ashley proving that she can play the backcourt as well. She ain't committing to the front, a little bit out of balance.
Indeed,
in fact.
this is 2019, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there are no gender roles anymore, even in mixed.
Oh, cheeky
Shane
little shot.
was indeed. Interesting that
Willie
Ash
mixing the
decided.
pace again. This is where
Oh,
he
great anticipation by Ash right
Will
there.
looking at Nasty there, but if you play midcourt, you play that straight shot and it comes back. As the man, you
You
can
should-
push forward and
yeah.
turn. Nathan Robertson used to be really good at
Yeah.
it when he played with Gail Ems. Push past her and actually turn. Another cross switch.
Yeah.
Another cross switch. It's
Oh,
a battle of
brilliant
the
shot.
cross
It
court.
is. It's
First
who's
lady
gonna
to
blink, yeah.
intercept wins.
Yeah.
And
First-
Ashley was the first one to
In
intercept this
case,
time.
she jumped out and got it.
You have to think if either of these men were out there playing against Fiona Glennon earlier,
This-
they wouldn't be getting, they wouldn't be getting
They
away with
would
this
not. Yes, I think Fiona had shown that she cut that out
straight
she
away.
nipped that in the butt. There would be none of that messing around on her court.
No, no way.
Nice little cross court exchange for Ash. That was a good shot again.
Dead in the shuttle. Good
Nice.
net exchange.
Nice one. I think again.
Cross.
I think Shane needs to. I think if he's going to keep continuing to play cross court, he needs to start throwing in cross court drops. The problem
Yeah.
is that drive or like half, like
Well,
clear.
he's meeting it in the
He's
mid
meeting
now.
it. Yeah, it's given him too many attacking options. Great shot there by Shane.
I'll tell you what a great game. So evenly balanced. 11-10, 11-10, 7-6.
Yeah, again, this one could go either way.
There's people in that crowd with their hands over their mouth. They do not know what way this is going to go.
Yep. Again, good flick. Oh, then just that attack and play. It's always the risk. When you flick, you're kind of handing the initiative to the other team.
7-all. Are we going to see another 11-10? Are we going to see the final power play being used?
I would generally encourage players. I generally like to use it, and I tend to use it early. Oh, it didn't need to make that shot.
Well, he's starting to look a little bit tight.
Yeah, starting to look a little frustrated.
Yeah.
I think some of his shots that normally we'd be hitting winners off, it's just not happening for him tonight. This match, another great flick
and a good soft control. Nasty at the back again, but we're quite happy to be there.
Happy to be there. Yeah, again, Shane, these cross court lifts, while they were getting away with them, they were having
Yeah.
some sort of effect at the
You
start.
see, in other matches, if you're playing against a lady that isn't comfortable on the rear court like
Yeah.
that cross lift can be a good one just to mix
Yeah.
the pace. But because he did that cross lift, and Nasty was already quite deep
Moving
in the court,
back, yeah.
it's no problem for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, I
And she
think
used the power well.
I think they're starting to read that cross court a little bit of his. So again, I'd say
Body.
just
Nice
great
reach.
shot by Willie.
Good
Oh,
angle. Oh, look at that roar. Brian's used to seeing
Fantastic.
that when he hasn't taken out the trash.
Indeed. Indeed. I definitely feel
Love
that
it.
wrath.
Love to see this in motion. 9-8 power play. Does it
know.
get any bigger than this?
Yeah, don't let that adorable bow on her head fool you. You know, she can be vicious.
Oh,
Cross court.
this is such a tit.
Oh, brilliant shot.
Ailesbury Falcons take the advantage. 11-10, 11-10, 11-8 with the use of a power play.
My goodness. There we go.
There we go.
Just to give you a look. Oh, we should have used this actually camera angle for when the little Mexican wave was happening on the other side of the court. That would have been a good one. So
Hindsight's a terrible thing, Brian.
it is indeed. We'll know that for next year.
Well, it's not often you see this. BPL, last game of the night, not one person has left.
Not at all.
In fact, I think there's even more people that have joined the
The
hall.
yes, people have started tweeting about it, and the people are then starting coming down to the hall based on this. It's now trending.
Yeah.
So it's definitely it's what we all hoped.
And I have to say, Brian, there's just as many people in the bar over there.
Definitely,
With
yeah.
those fantastic drink promos that they're having on tonight. And I'm sure this party will carry on all night. So if you're still out there and you're still not made it down to Whitehall Road, get there.
Yes.
We still have tickets for the draw for the 2 tickets to anywhere in the world. Here we go. We're closing in. It's 2 games to 1. Brian.
Oh, great short serve.
Ailesbury Falcons are in the driving seat.
Thus far.
I tell you what, my drink could be on the line here. I got greedy. I went for the 2 drinks.
You have to go for it.
Oh, wow!
That was not the greatest
I
serve.
did say it in the last game. Willie did seem to be getting a little bit tight. Just that smash that he missed half court. You know, it was uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
It might be a sign of the match getting as close as what it is, but Shane and Ashley now in the driving seat.
Yep. Because while
look at that.
Brilliant. This is what we're more used to seeing Ash do week in, week out in her matches. So I think again that they got that first set out. Again, it was anyone could have won the first set, but I think they just got that out of the system. They needed
Great
that to
return by
settle.
Will there.
Was
Opening
indeed.
up. There was so much pressure on the net in the mid. What I loved about what Will done there, he held it, punched it into the back corner, and took them away from the areas that they had been losing.
Yeah.
The front court, the mid court. Loose serve.
Oh, I thought Willie had dug them out of a corner there. Ash putting him under a lot of pressure with those 2 returns.
Loose serve cost them that one big time. Oh, a loose serve from Shane. And he's winning it.
These cross courts.
Wow.
These cross courts. He's doing it all night. No one's picking up on it.
Wow. And and listen, if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know.
Exactly.
Backhand smash from Willie. It's wild.
Looks
it
fantastic.
Wild.
The crowd love it, but it's just not sadly as effective.
And just like that, it's 6-1. Falcons in the driving seat.
All power plays have been used, so it's just straight. It's a straight shot
from being 4-2 down.
Yep. Straight shootout.
It looks like it's gonna be a Falcon victory. Is there any more drama left in this match?
I wouldn't rule it out at this point. Great short serve followed by a net cord.
No. It's slipping away.
It is. That's the first I think error we've seen at the back of the court from Nastia all night, or in this mix. She's been so solid and hitting
a number of winners.
Yeah, indeed.
Well left.
Good leave there. Oh, getting a little up close and personal right there with a lady in the crowd.
Ever the crowd pleaser.
Indeed, ever the crowd pleaser. She got her money's worth this evening.
Oh wow!
Fresh aired off a serve.
And just like
that,
there's still hope.
There's
Liverpool,
this pressure.
Tottenham, and the next team we're going to be talking about, is it going to be Mount Pleasant?
Indeed.
Cross court backhand lift.
He's loving it.
Boom.
Ash does so well to get that one back.
Defense.
Another cross court.
Nice layoff by Nastia there.
Yep.
Slice took out the pace.
Oh,
great job
shot.
to Shane. Great net. This is the best rally of the night, I think.
My goodness, and how she's still standing. Oh my goodness.
Limbo time.
That was limbo.
Can you go?
My goodness. Was it Hermes from Futurama? Galaxy Limbo champion. Even he would have been proud of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We may
Great
see
job
those
by Ash.
moves later
Ash
tonight.
is coming across.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it probably. Yeah.
Oh, a bit of conference. 4-9. Is there still hope?
Still an uphill battle, but you never know.
Oh, that was drive down the. Oh, that's a poor mistake.
That was indeed
such a good serve.
That was a very good serve. That the forehand. It's harder to read.
6 match points for the Falcons to win the BPL title.
Oh, that serve was
high
a little
serve,
bit out.
nervy.
Yep.
5-10. 5 match points.
Yeah, I think
for the Falcons.
If I was the Falcons here, I'd almost
go for the clean sweep for Ailesbury.
I'd almost be like jumping the net quite a lot, because I think that's where you're going to win it, like what Ash was doing right there, and just be very aggressive. Because I think you're. A line judge gets it in the face.
That's why these guys do not get paid enough.
Yeah, indeed.
Here we go.
But again,
4 match points, Brian.
It's 2 down, isn't it?
That's some serve, and absolutely great under this amount of pressure. Great serve again.
Double it short, Ash. The
3 match points.
Down.
Do not
blink.
Hold your breath. Do not blink.
Yes.
This game is going all the way.
Great shot.
There it is.
Great shot.
Falcons
Fantastic.
do it.
Ash lifting up Sheen.
The players storm the crowd.
Yep. Ash,
Brian Henderson is guaranteed now to have a good night because Ashley Coyne has won the match along with Shane Kildare.
Yes, that was always going to be a frosty moment. Yes, I think very happy for Ash, obviously, and happy for all the Falcons.
What a team effort!
What a team effort indeed! What a league! What a league for it all to come down to that.
Somebody call the guards. There has been a robbery here.
Indeed. Actually, I would love to see the total points won after that one, considering that Falcons were 4 up, I believe,
Let's take a quick
in
look
that
here.
one. So yeah. Once that's been
289, 286.
3 points.
3 points. The Falcons take it by.
My goodness.
Wow.
See that? So you see the scores again? Sorry. 16 games each.
16 games each. 5-4, 289, 286. This may be the best BPL final of all time. Last year, of course, it was 5-4. This year, it was 5-4. You don't get much better than this.
Yes, considering how one-sided some of the games looked on paper, the idea that the actual total points was nearly equal after all of that play is astonishing.
Yeah,
like it really
it's
is
great
amazing.
to see this crowd out, still staying here.
Their night's only beginning. As I said, we've got some good drinks promotions here. They'll all be moving up to the bar now to continue the celebrations. Now, I think everyone here tonight was definitely a winner. That we had a fantastic match to watch. This was a pleasure to commentate with you, Dan. Of course, pleasure to have you here. So, and what a match to finish this league. I mean, that was fantastic.
We're really looking forward to next season. The transfer window will open. Everybody will try to be stealing players. It'll be great to see a little bit more of this commentary, get a little bit more of a few more additions into this BPL. Maybe another team. Great to see the addition this year of the Munster team.
Yeah.
And you can see like it's all around Ireland, where there's the Raptors, whether it's the Mavericks. You know, there's a lot of players playing on each of these teams from all of the different counties in Ireland. So it's a great spectacle for badminton.
Yeah, it's good to see that development.
It's really good. And for me, one of the big things that works so well about the BPL is the mixture of the good older players that have finished playing their full-time badminton and now are concentrating on playing a little less, with a mixture of the younger players that are coming through. And it's a good way for them to, you know, prove themselves. Step up and try and prove themselves when they're out there playing against those senior players. That mix for me is what makes this league so special.
It was so tight. It went either way. Just a nice matchup of styles. You know, you had the like Shane and Ash. Ash very dominant, very comfortable at the net, very aggressive. Whereas then the other pair, just a completely different style, matching up together. Just seeing that battle go back and forth. It was just a great match to watch. Of putting as many fresh players on as possible, versus you know, the Mavericks, who, you know, a number of their players were playing 2 matches tonight. Just I wonder if that so obviously it's not necessarily like, so these players play tournaments, which you have much more matches in a day, but I wonder if just it was more mental fatigue, just a much hype, a much build up, a much mental energy this format, this atmosphere can sap out of a player throughout the course of the evening.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, you know, from 4-2, I certainly had thought that Mount Pleasant had it wrapped up. Especially they had a big mix there with Adam German and Keith Frost.
Yeah, that was
looked
very
like
close.
They were going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
We knew that Cormac Megan and his match along with his partner was going to make a big difference. We knew that him and Lauren Au would be a game like, you know, could maybe 50-50. Adam and Kate, we had expected them to win that one. But then again, first men's doubles, you know, that was maybe a surprise for some of the players. So all in all, it's just, you know, a really hard fought match. Everybody went right to the end. 5-4. Couldn't ask for much more, Brian.
Definitely not. I think that was a great match the way it worked out. Again, I think in certain matches there were favourites, and then I think Ailesbury is always maybe the thing about because their mix would be quite strong. Obviously, their ladies, I think the captains pointed out their ladies were very strong. So maybe their team is a little more backloaded than the Mavericks
big
were.
Time. Yeah.
So maybe would you have seen a different, or would you have seen the match so close? Say, for example, if you flipped the order of play. But you know, who knows? But again, that's about this thing. Either way, you got to win your matches. So and a couple of those like the men's doubles and the mix. One of those mixed went like to 5, and the doubles went to 4. So like those were matches that could have went either way, which drastically changed the landscape of how the overall match plays out.
Absolutely, and that second mixed,
Mhm.
that was a very interesting one because it looked dead and buried. Cormac and Lauren had it. Suddenly Owen and Grace fought straight back into it. That could have been the match over.
Yeah, that could have been a dead and bad. It would have been us. Then we wouldn't have even got to see the last pairs play.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. Gonna call it now.
Indeed.
Brian, what was your match of the night?
I'm gonna have to say probably gonna get some stick, but of course I have to say the last mixed, Ashley and Shane's mixed. I think that was probably the match of the night. It was really tight. Like the scores were so tight. Like we had a couple 11-10s to start off the match. It was their first match of the night, so we weren't quite sure how they were going to come out of the blocks.
Yeah.
And then also the added pressure of that being the deciding match to who would win the league. Is definitely my pick of the night.
Yeah.
Out of a stacked, like there are a lot of really good matches tonight. So out of that
Absolutely.
one, I would pick the last mix we watched. What about yourself?
I have to say I really enjoyed the first mix, the dynamic of it, how it shifted from Adam and Kate looking extremely strong till masterclass from Fiona Glennon.
Yeah, definitely
from-
dominant performance.
For me, that was a fantastic game because maybe a little bit unexpected as well.
Yeah.
So that one was a great one that hinged it, but overall, just a fantastic game, fantastic night, fantastic matches all round. So
definitely.
once again, we have to say a big thanks to the BPL committee for the work that they put in. They received that award for League of the Year, and there's no surprise why they got that in the Bampton Ireland Awards, because these guys put in so much effort. They dress up the hall, they put on this commentary, it's fantastic. Also Turkish Airlines, Yonex, for all the hard work and all the effort that they do. I know there's going to be a presentation later up in the bar, and we'll get to find out who win those tickets to the anywhere in the world.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's talk nice to the person who gets that one. But
Of course.
I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much, everyone who's joined us. You can obviously find these replays on YouTube. Should you have missed a match that you wanted to see, you can go back and see the replay. But thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a great weekend. And we hope to see you in next year's Badminton Premier League matches. All right.
Absolutely. It's
See you
over
there.
and out from us.
Bye now.